So last time, the gang went and saw Mrs. Agatha Scowl with Charlemagne. Um, you looked through her shit and found out that she's not evil, just sad, Lamau. But her son, after some digging, turned out to be the old leader of the Hatters, who was imprisoned, but through some odd bookkeeping, you've learned was broken out thanks to the assistance of a once very briefly uh, anonymous benefactor, now known to be Reinadon's uncle, a Deggery Kainala, last remaining family of his name and generally a shit guy. Um, the party all quite reasonably came to the conclusion that it was he, alongside the nefarious Tarrant, who had been behind the kidnapping of 12. The Faithless traveled to the last known location of Deggery, a hotel room within the Grand Babylon Hotel, and following a masterful deception in order to attain a room, the party plus Charlemagne broke into the bachelor suite, finding minimal, yet still tangible traces of Reinadon's uncle. Investigation began, and two things came up. First, there was evidence that Donnie's uncle had a bodyguard automaton with him. It's clearly built to harm. And secondly, the team found the true reason behind Deggery's stay within the hotel, a connection to the underground sewers likely hidden somewhere within the staff areas, a place only a gang as vile as the Hatters Guild would stoop to. With their final calls before the plunge, the team sent word to the Hounds and the Czechs for backup and fortification, respectively. Our heroes returned to their hotel room and wait, attaining a short respite before the ensuing chaos. Everyone gets a short rest. Bippy! Also, last session, everyone gets +1 Regnomancy. Yippee! All of you have been doing very good and are funny, and I like it, so I'm gonna allow you extra RP. All of you are sort of relaxing within the room that you had rented from the actual hotel, just in wait for Bernard and the rest of his brought on help. I have a question. Who's going to meet with Bernard and who's sort of hanging out in the hotel room? How are you sort of just relaxing before the final confrontation?
I think Poyo would definitely go.
I think at this point I'm more just kind of acting as Bunny's steed at this point. So I'm just going wherever she points.
Just doing laps around the room. That's pretty great. All right, so I imagine just like in a little side alley somewhere down here, if I can ping. Ka-chow! Right here-ish. We would see Poyo sort of just waiting around, having designated this specific point. The first thing that you would get is, in response to Bunny's letter, an orphan just sort of like tips a cap to you, tosses you a little note, and then keeps walking past up the alleyway. And it would be very quick, just sort of thieves' cant note that says something to the effect of like, the entrances are blocked off. We understand the mission. And like you can easily just what do you do to dispose of this note?
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
That,
you know,
that,
you know what? I think realistically, because they are kids, and like they are a bit more secretive than most other places, I think he would probably eat it.
Just really casually pecking at it.
He just kind of, just kind of like crumples it up real fast, like rips it into like shreds, and just goes.
As you sort of sit there leaning, how are you presenting yourself in this alleyway as you see a group of other orphans coming up?
At first, he's probably just leaning against the building, waiting. Probably just kind of like looking around. And once he sees them approach, he sort of straightens out his posture, gets a little less informal, and he's just getting ready and preparing to meet his boss.
Gotcha. Yeah. So as you straighten up, you see Bernard walking down the main sort of street. It's this once again sort of very clearly what a rough adult is going to look like. But right now he's still a kid. He's got this like chunk out of his ear, a scar down the side of his face, and he's wearing this very thick coat, very clearly built for winter. He's got several pads on his knees and stuff, and as he looks over to you, he says, "Oi, hey, I suppose it's finally time, huh?" He stretches a little
Seems
bit.
like it.
All right, well, I brought some folks, but to be honest with you, there's a lot of nasty stuff popping up just when you sent our letter. We got some freak constructs popping up all around the city, so I brought all I could, but the rest of the boys are out doing other stuff. And you see, he sort of whistles, and 4 quote unquote people are in the total group. But
What do you mean, quote unquote, people?
the first creature who you see walk out is a dog. They seem to have this bandana sort of tied around their neck, and they're just sort of happily trotting along. At first, you think it's a dog, and then you realize that it's way too big to be just a regular dog. As the first member of the Hound chapter who will be assisting you is a literal hound, in accordance with who will be helping you. Siege, I'm going to send you the character sheet for Big Dog.
Oh.
The next thing to come out of the corner, you're pretty sure is a person. That said, you could be wrong. It's
Not the
this.
first time I'd be wrong all week.
It's this little freak.
It's kinda freaky,
They're
though.
head to toe in sports equipment. You think they're probably a dwarf. They have just this cascade of shock hair. And I think you can tell me if you know any of these orphans as they come out. In fact, what is your reaction to seeing Big Dog as Big Dog comes around? I'm sure that pretty much everyone knows Big Dog.
Yeah, Big Dog is like, it's the Hound chapter's mascot, but not because, oh, he's a cute boy. It's because, dude, he's like one of the strongest members we got, and he's a dog.
Everyone loves Dog.
Send in the
Dog
Hound.
good.
Which one?
He got
Yes.
that dog in him.
Wait, so good question. Does that is this like an already voiced dog, or it does
This
someone-
dog is just a straight up dog.
Oh.
You will be controlling their actions. However, you can ask them stuff, and I will respond as the character.
I was gonna give him like a Scooby-Doo voice for a second. Where it's like, whoa, you're quite the big fella. Well, you the small fella.
That's pretty good. Unfortunately, is a regular dog. Yes, coming out of the other side, you see this tiny little freak, with the word "sport" scrawled over a sash on, you think her, like stomach, and they will go over to see you and say, "Well, if it's not my old wrestling partner, oh, how I hate you, Poyo." And you would recognize this as Tackler Saltmund.
Tackler
Nevi,
Salt.
Here is your paladin.
Let's go!
You know, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna be real. Tonight we got no beef. Tonight we putting down some real shitheads.
Understood. All for the team. And she cracks her knuckles, swinging around her flail, which is just a big spiked sport ball.
That's
and
so
then-
fucking metal.
Lastly, coming out of the corner, you see a large orcish boy about the same size as Groog, actually.
Oh.
Except he seems to be wearing this large wrestling leotard. As
Ugh.
you see.
It's graceful.
I like to imagine that Bernard is just a secret fan of wrestling, which is why all the kids in the hounds are more or less just secret wrestlers.
You just roughhouse a lot, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. As Bronk the Stronk comes out, and
That just looks like Siege with more muscle.
he comes out of this alleyway, and he says, "So, we're ready to get going, or what?
Yeah, I'm ready to crush some skulls. Are you ready to crush
Where's the
some
rest
skulls?
of the party?"
They're in the hotel right now. I can go get them real quick.
Understood. He walks through the glass door.
He just walked through
Wait,
it.
wait. He walks through it, right?
Yes.
When glass wasn't enough.
Panda, let me get your DMs real quick. I'm so sorry. Here is your second barbarian that you asked for.
Nice.
Siege is disappearing when he talks because I might have screwed up a little bit. TLDR, Discord doesn't host images the same way they used to, so they're not accessible as links for a long time. So I had to upload all the images to Imgur, and I just forgot to fix his completely. Anyway, we're good. I fixed
Awesome. All right. And then lastly, you expect another kid to come out, but the alleys seem empty, and you notice, Puyo, Bernard says, "I didn't have anyone else because everyone else was going on missions, and these are the only psychos I could get. So, I guess it's you and me, buddy, eh?" And Bernard, your own sidekick, will be joining you, Reese.
Poyo sits there. He thinks for a moment, and he goes, "You know, buddy, if I was gonna have anyone else watching my back, I'm glad it's at least you."
Yeah, it's a sentence for sure. Absolutely, anytime, brother. And he will dap you up, and then
Yeah, dap my man up.
and then you guys enter the hotel. You note that it seems as though Bronk has already headbutt the receptionist and is just walking up the stairs. And the party within the actual hotel, you will all see your own sidekicks as well. Feel free to take a moment to check out your character sheets that I've sent you in DMs. These are going to be your backups.
For those watching, I want you guys to understand that I have a paladin. She has
Yes.
belief dice, which are fueled by her intense passion for sport, and I love it. Tackler's sport fanaticism has formed a wellspring of presence in the form of a pool of D4s, which can be used to heal or harm in the name of her cause.
This is also a custom sidekick class called the Believer. So, each of you, just for the audience as well, each of my players asked for sidekicks, and I built them little characters based on each class that they requested. Siege has a just solid all-rounder fighter. Nevi has a paladin. Reese has a nice little, I guess the closest you could get to is like bard.
Without
then-
breaking the thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then Panda has another barbarian because he just wanted to. So, as you all convene inside the hotel room, there's a general sort of just shaking hands. The Hound chapter are all pretty hardcore, so it's pretty nice to have some good backup. But as the pleasantries come to a close, Bernard will pipe up and say, "Okay, so who's the actual job? What are we doing?"
We're saving 12.
Oh shit! I should have got more guys. Okay, well,
Jeez.
I guess waste
Bunny
not,
just
want not.
completely.
just turns to Bernard. Pollo just goes, "Listen, man, you said it yourself. We're a bit spread thin right now. We can't really afford anyone else, but at least we have the entrances to the sewer closed off, so we ain't getting no rats sneaking through."
You hear Big Dog say, very helpfully. As the group continues, I think the general vibe is now just head down into the sewers.
Yeah, I think Bunny's just waiting to go.
Okay.
She's
So who is taking the charge?
If you guys don't mind, I would like to do it.
Sure.
All right. So, Pollo, as the hotel has like for the most part closed down, you all head out of your rooms, start sneaking through. You eventually find, since the corridors are fairly unmanned now that someone has headbutt the receptionist, you walk through these several staff areas and find. Could you each give me a investigation check at advantage?
just a 19.
16.
16? Gotcha.
Mhm.
He rolled a nat 1. Or no.
Ow.
It does not take, even though Pollo walks into a few walls, feeling the immense pressure of having his straight up just team captain behind him. You all manage to make your way through the back to eventually find one very easy, just signified access for. It's labeled as like refuse, but you know that there was another like garbage area, and without even needing to steal a key, this is just like a staff area where they expect no one to be. You open the door and you see that it's designed to clearly provide like direct access to the like waste collection basin of the city. In lieu of like bags of food waste or refuse, there's simply just a large chute of slime alongside a separated series of overhead refuse pipes from the other rooms, which dump into a central causeway of sludge along the sewer proper in a like large grate below. However, upon walking into this room, you don't even need to investigate to see this. There's just straight up a series of like they're a little bit ramshackle, but like propped up boards along the grate's surface, which lead to a ladder down into the main sewer, which has just like a hatch that's been straight up pried open. While clearly requiring some like maneuvering down the thin metal ladder down, I said down like 3 times in that sentence. It still seems pretty feasible for even a large party as yourself to get down into the sewer. It's well worn, but clearly temporary. So you get the impression this is used quite a bit.
It breaks and we all die immediately.
Yeah, I imagine you're going across it, right?
Yeah, we go.
Yeah. Um.
Not important, but I had a question. How is Big Dog getting down the ladder?
Well, that's up to you guys.
Imagination.
First puzzle of the day: how do you get dog down a ladder?
He's well trained.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows how to get up and down ladders.
You see? Okay, here, hold on. Could you please roll me for Big Dog, Siege?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just can you give me an athletics or acrobatics?
Sure. let
He
me
just
get
jumps
it
off the
started.
walls.
Yo, fucking dog knows how to
Let me go
wall kick?
there.
That's sick as shit.
Okay, what would it
Yo,
be?
this husky's got wall tech. Hell yeah.
Got spider climb.
That's a 5. I'm
Oh,
always.
5?
I've
Okay.
been rolling low lately, like every one of these sessions lately. It's really bad.
It's all right. So as you guys walk down alongside the grates, you see Big Dog goes to like try and paw at the ladder and slips a little bit on the board and actually just straight up falls Uh, he doesn't fall down onto the walkway. Instead, it seems like there's a little ramp up from the sludge into the causeway of this, in case someone falls down. And Big Dog just straight up goes whoop into just muck and disgusting sludge. You see, like, very timidly coming out of this goop, Big Dog is already disgusting looking, just caked in brown,
Matted
and you
in
don't know if
shit.
it's poop or mud.
What does it smell like?
So okay, the stink of this underground channel is nothing short of excruciating. Your nose feels like it's full of bees trying to sting your brain for the crime of walking into here.
Bunny's gonna puke off the side of her fucking backpack.
Big Dog, very, very willingly joins you.
I'm we're gonna give you a real good bath when we're done here, buddy.
Um,
I'm so sorry.
the group sort of makes your way down, I imagine, with a so okay, the slime, awful, terrible, disgusting, and your head is just seeking for anything else to not be the smell in your nose. And in your search, your eyes find little else except for really just the stone walls, the sewage flow below, and like an unending succession of bulkhead shutter grates. Each bulkhead seems chained shut with a heavy padlock so as to avoid commoners who somehow manage to wander down into the sewer. It just keeps them from opening a path into one of the now defunct runoffs from the pre 30,000 or 3000s sewer pipes. And the lack of clear tampering leaves you no distinct reason to believe that any of these doors are exactly what you're looking for. But after walking down, shaking off the awful stench, after just a lengthy search of really just walking down this area, you spot an outlier amongst the tanker doors, one where the outer lock has no chain and several gouges in the actual metal to signify a pattern of heavy strikes, possibly as an attempt to remove said security measures that are present on the other doors. And a significant effort is required to pry it open upon first tug. Could I get a strength check from at least 3 characters? The DC is 12.
Wait, it's a padlock?
It is not a padlock. This is one of the only
Okay.
bulkheads without a padlock.
Okay.
21.
Wicked.
I'm sorry. What was it?
You can also roll as Bronk if you would like.
Ooh. Okay, 1 second. Let me
You
pull
said
up this
you said
character.
strength.
I'll roll as Saltman as well, I guess.
Yeah, Saltman, Bernard if you would like.
13
Yeah,
for
I'll
Bronk
have,
gets
I'll
Bronk.
it.
have Bernard roll. 'cause
9.
I can't.
All right.
Give me a second.
No
So I have to
problem.
put this in a sub tab so that way I always have it visible.
Here, to make it easier for you guys, I'll plug in their stats. Yeah.
16. He got a 16.
16? Gotcha. Okay. So yeah. With Bernard, Bronk, and Grug just crunching this open, you hear that of just awful corroded metal. And with that significant effort that was required, you recognize past this giant bulkhead that there's the clear air of no longer sewage, but now stagnance, like a glass bottle left corked for 40 years with a thin lining of algae or mold, maybe. What you can see from inside is this stone chamber past the shutter grate, which is like sort of ovoid, less like designed for people and more for swift water drainage into the master flow.
Ew.
With a collection of thick glass plates overhead, still anywhere from 30 to 40 feet below like the sidewalk, but it seems like this is the only way that they had light before the inclusion of what little torch and electronic light there has been from the Magitech revolution. So your group pushes through and makes their way inside, I would presume. To which you find...
I'm gonna hand. I keep wanting to call him Grunk.
It's Bronk. Bronk the Strong.
I will hand him some non-glittered jerky.
Okay.
And hand it to him and not say anything, and just see how he responds.
He'll take it in his hand and go, in Orcish, mind you. Well, that's mighty nice of you. Thanks. Say, you seem pretty integrated with these. Looks at the others. Weaklings. How are they?
I made a joke, and because I keep confusing Bronk with Gronk, and now he just switched his voice to Gronk.
What, you think that I was incorrect in naming him this? I know what the fuck I'm doing.
All right. Remember, anything in deep voice is me speaking Orcish. It's there's food here, and they're the ones that took me, and for whatever.
So they're fine. I can crump them for you later if you'd like. Little short of breath, aren't you?
They're more useful to us alive, believe it or not. In fact, I
Yeah.
kind of have to say that the bunny is kind of terrifying.
Oh, warrior. I see.
Bunny looks over, opens her mouth, and in Orcish you hear a perfect, exact replica of Groog.
You could not stop us.
Gotcha.
I fucking hate this.
I could still try, though.
I don't know, man. This bunny tried to rip a fucking person's throat out with their teeth. It is pretty fucking metal.
You see, sort of, like...
I don't respect that many people here, but she was the first.
Reinadon, you see fucking... Charlemagne sort of leans down to you, her metal armor clanking, and goes, this is normal, right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Well, if you say so.
Do I hear this?
She's trying to be quiet, but yeah.
Bunny turns her head 180 degrees and just smiles at Charlemagne so sweetly and so sharply.
Does Charlemagne speak Orcish?
Let me see, actually. She does not. No, she does not understand what they're saying. You note that Saltmund seems to be emanating a mild light around them, just out of pure tenseness, as their face bright red, not from skin color, but just like blood pressure, is literally making them glow.
You hear her under her breath. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna win. So as you guys walk through, you can feel free to move around. You have full control of your tokens. Bunny and Grunk, you have night vision, as well as Reinadon, but Poyo, does not.
He kind of just follows towards the light.
Okay. So yeah, Bernard can't see, Poyo can't see, but every other side cook should be able to now. All right. So sorry, yes. Bunny, you said you were gonna move ahead?
Yeah, she indicates to everyone, I'm gonna scout ahead. I can see in the dark and climb. Okay? And she's gonna stealth roll 11, 12, 13, 14. Low roll.
Okay. So, you sort of start slinking off to the side of the actual main area. You see that the lack of actual flowing water, but a presence of very clearly like just like dribble along each of the floors have led to like a big upcropping of actual ferns and like weird red algae. Something in particular, or I guess you wouldn't know that it's even red because you can't see color right now, but
Everything looks red to her right now, so
Yeah,
she just
exactly.
assumes it's all red.
One thing you do notice is that in the far corner, there seems to be a choo-choo train, a very, very big choo-choo train, which has, to your awareness, been disassembled. It's on the floor and not moving. From a distance, you get the impression that it's probably dead. And then to your right, you see a dresser, what it looks like, that's been propped up
Mm.
against a wall, and just barely peeking out from under it, you see Desme.
She's going to scramble along the ceiling.
Hmm. This is like a 5-foot thing, so you can get it up easy.
Desdemona. Desdemona.
Don't do that to me. You know it scares me.
What are you doing down here? Are you okay?
You can give me a quick medicine check if you'd like.
A 5. I got a 5
She
with
looks
mods.
hurt, but not dead, is what you can ascertain by a little bit of blood, but no clear fading. She looks over to you. She's got this like dagger in her hand that it looks like she was about to toss at you without knowing who you were. And you hear she goes,
Oh, you shouldn't do that. No, I don't know if this place is safe or not. I was
It's not
going.
safe.
I broke into somewhere in Tin Town, and then I slipped, and I don't know where. I guess I fell into like a trap door or something, and I fell into here, and then a train, a choo-choo train. It was. I had to stab it a lot, but eventually it stopped hurting me. I don't know. I don't think it's safe in here.
It's not safe. They have 12.
I knew they had someone. Okay.
Follow
Okay.
me. We have the group. We have a bunch of other people.
I don't think I can fight. I'm not really strong like you.
You don't have to fight.
I-
We're safety. Go to safety.
Okay.
Come on. We know a
just
way
be
out.
careful. I heard voices. I think guards over that way. Just be careful, all right?
and
Okay, thank
you
you.
see that as this little Samdian girl like scampers around the corner, all of you see, except for Poyo and Bernard, that she like goes
Blind
Oh!
flex.
That's a lot of people.
and just scutters down the way, and you hear the bulkhead creak open again behind you.
She said there's guards ahead. I'm gonna go take a peek and then I'll come back. Okay?
And she's gonna do another stealth roll.
Absolutely. While you make that, Poyo, are you doing anything to provide like light for yourself, or are you just sort of sticking in the grate area?
I don't really have a means to get myself any light.
Well, okay. Does anyone? Because I know that oh gosh, who does have light? I believe that at least Bunny has control flames. Does anyone have inventory shit? Yeah,
I have
Bunny has
scroll
a
of
box matches.
fireball.
Yeah,
I have a box of
I could light up the way.
matches.
Fill a sewer filled with methane.
It's a good idea. I like that.
Let me see.
Get a
what I
torch
got.
out. I'm sure this won't cause problems at all.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Actually, you know what? That is a good question. Is this sewer safe for fire?
This place seems less charged with like methane than the main causeway did. This feels more like stagnant.
She rolled an unnatural 20, by the way.
If
Unnatural 20?
anyone
Gotcha.
has any
Hmm.
fire starter stuff, I have a club.
All right.
Burn your club.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could use
Gonna-
a club as an improvised torch for sure.
Or pick one of the glowy mushrooms and eat it. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt you.
Or another
Probably
piece
not.
of glitter jerky.
This is Bunny's time to shine.
As you skitter through you see, not that. Um,
Mm,
A cute little
you
clock.
you
No,
see
no, retconned.
for some reason, actually no, full balls in. You see this thing on the floor. It looks like a little doll with a clock face on it.
Is it moving?
It is sitting there, but it is sparkling.
I'm gonna observe it for a moment. Does it move on its own at all?
It does not.
Still don't trust it. Not after the horse fiasco.
Okay.
She's gonna spell sense it.
Okay.
See what she can get out of it. From her sprite sight. Sprite sight. I like that actually.
That's
12.
you sense heavy enchantment magic, and oh wait, shit, this sort of looks like 12.
What? The fuck? It has. So you're saying it has the aura of 12? Oh.
Yeah.
She's gonna jump down and get closer and just try to inspect.
Okay. Yeah, are you like picking it up?
She pokes at it like
Okay.
cautiously. Does it do anything?
As you poke at it, it seems to be a little like wooden toy, but it's got like this cloth dress on. And as you poke its chest, you accidentally hit like a little button, and from inside of it you hear, "Buddy?"
12.
It doesn't respond.
She pushes the button again.
It's me.
Mask alive. This is not good.
She picks it up and starts running back to the party.
Yeah, you grab it and it quickly you hear it sort of like as it's like dragging along the floor, but
I got 12.
She presses the button.
how did you get here?
We walked.
I point at Reinadon and I'm like,
Investigation.
Wait, what's happening?
No, I mean that's how we got here.
What's
It's 12.
she presses the button again. Just assume that any time that she might respond, Bunny's pressing the button for her.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Bunny intermittently pressing the button says, "I can't see anything, but I assume that you're all inside this area. Where are you? Where are we?"
Sewer.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Hatter's Guild.
Well, I'm glad to hear that everyone's okay. I'm sorry. I need to ask y'all a favor.
shoot?
Yeah.
Something bad's really real bad's happened recently, and I need your help with figuring out what we can do to fix it. I was kidnapped, sort of, by
We know.
a little girl.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So, all right.
What?
A little girl?
I was inside. It was, well, I guess I should start at the beginning. Dun 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 dun. It was the night before short week. I had just hit the island. No kraken could stop me, nor seagull nor siren. I held many toys, all pretty and wrapped, each picked on my travels, kept in a large sack. Yet one toy stood out, a wand with a star. Its magic held weight, its wonders flew far. Making merry with stripes, a boy and his bird, I soon knew it was nasty, the warning was heard. The wand was too strong, the orphans too nosy. It had to be stowed, lest kids push up their posies. So I sent my familiar, a stroke before 12, an owl in the sky, like a bat out of hell. Midnight had struck, and so was my bird, shot down by bright lights, as bells could be heard. So I went up to save her, my footfalls fell swift. I prayed she was safe, that none took the dark gift. And so I crawled into a window of
what turned out to be a small child's window of a bedroom, and she took the whole "it's not a magic wand delivered to you by an owl because you're a magic princess" speech pretty bad, and immediately turned me into a doll. And then she sent me into a sewer, I guess.
That didn't rhyme.
Huh.
Listen, you caught me as I was in the middle. I really could not think of something that rhymed with window.
You didn't have to rhyme at all.
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
but
that's kinda
I
awkward.
wanted it to be an event for y'all. I figured if you were looking for me that you want to have some sort of payoff.
We found you half dead in a sewer. Is that important to you?
A what?
Sewer.
Well, yeah, when I was sent away, I was turned into a doll, right? But then the girl, I don't even know her name, but she said, "Go away now, I don't want you." And then I fell somewhere and I couldn't see because, well, I'm a doll now. So I was here. I don't really know why we are.
Are we talking about Faye?
I think she was just a normal girl. She was in Tin Town.
I'm gonna roll something to see if Bunny connects a couple dots that I think are possible to connect.
Okay.
15.
Wand with a star?
Yeah?
She looks at Groog.
The brain. The brain. It was a star. Groog. The brain. The brain dust. It was a star.
Nice.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
It was made by the girl.
Girl.
It was made by the girl. Groog.
He's so stupid.
Okay, out of character, I legitimately am having a hard time following.
Okay, so the horse was made by the girl. It had the star inside of it, right? The wand with the star, all the toy constructs coming up.
The girl we
It's
fought.
the little girl. Yeah, no, the little girl that talked in your brain. The
Oh.
little
You
girl
distinctly
that was
remember
talking in your
hearing
brain.
a very young voice say, "I'll get back at them something something."
So what you're saying is I need to take another trip as he starts like reaching into his jerky bag.
No, you. No.
What is that supposed to mean?
He snorted the brain dust from the construct. You did what? He's magical now.
Greg, put that down right now. Put it on the floor. Throw it away.
You just see Bunny.
jerky since day one.
Fucking dumb.
You see
You hear
Bunny
the
just
speaker
furiously
blowing
pressing a
out
button.
as she screams.
That's mine.
I swear, once I get into my real body, you're in such big trouble, young man.
She gonna tan your hide.
But it gave me powers.
And now you're beholden. That's the word, right? 12, beholden.
Yeah.
You're
What-
beholden to a new master.
What? I don't think I got any of this. Well,
Yeah, I've got eldritch powers.
I guess this isn't the primary thing. Right now we have bigger issues to fry. Or fishes to fry. I saw, well, I didn't see, but I heard some guards, I'm pretty sure. Walk through, and then they got...
Wait! I
Yeah?
have the brain.
What?
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 Sparkle. Sparkle.
Everyone's like, what?
Am I-
Groog is
am I-
such-
Am I eating the brain?
Literally, yes.
Q.
Yes, very cool. And definitely not toxic.
I mean, I'm not dead yet.
That can change.
Emphasis on yet.
You were saying, Mama 12?
Well, I'm pretty sure I heard them guards get roughed up and taken somewhere else. I think before we go deal with this kid, I'm pretty sure she doesn't know what she's even doing. We got to take care of this. I'm pretty sure there's a hideout down here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That-
why we're here.
That
to
we
rescue
actually
you.
deduced. We actually thought it was some higher up guy here who kidnapped
Hatters
you.
Guild.
Had his guild. A couple of
They're
his other
back.
associates. So we came to beat the ever-living shit out of him. Pardon my mouth. 12.
You're pardoned.
You hear a little tick, tick, tick. Um,
That said, just be careful, okay? I don't want any of y'all getting hurt, especially by if we think it's the Hatters Guild, someone dangerous. I know that Bernard already took a hit from them, and he's been the same since.
I don't know if I need to spend a regnomancy or not for this, but would it be possible to help 12 out in any way with the Cloak of the Trustworthy Adult? Gain a little bit of autonomy back.
Technically, the issue with 12 right now, from a cursory glance in what she's described, is that she's lost most functions due to the fact that she is now a doll. However, because you would be putting her in a coat, that would make it easier for her to convince people that she's a functioning adult, but not really that she has motor function.
What?
You could try if Reinadon also wants to do like a tinker's check, or whoever wants to do anything with her as like an object. That's also cool.
We could also
Reinadon, fix her.
we could also find a way to just have the button permanently pushed in.
Just grabs some tape and just tapes the button.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
Oh,
Gosh,
even
that
on
is rough.
here, I've been getting fucking terrible.
Holy shit,
rolls.
yeah. Well, I mean, even with that 6, you can still determine that this is largely a magical artifact, less than a mechanical one. All of the parts that would necessarily be in an auto frame Warforged sort of deal are just replicated into wood and like superficial. So you get the impression that if you could figure out how to end this enchantment on 12, you would probably be able to just get her back to normal.
All right. So I'm thinking maybe we need to find a way to dispel the enchantment of this box, because then wait, it was a box, right? Like I'm still
Of the actual like doll itself.
Oh yeah, the doll. Sorry. To dispel the enchantment of the doll, so that way they'll be able to be free. Otherwise, they're gonna be stuck like this.
Charlemagne?
To be honest with you, transmutations, I can't even really pronounce the word. It would be a specialist deal. Though, I imagine likely not permanent if your friend was a auto frame, from the looks of it.
Bunny hugs 12.
Oh, this is sweet. This is actually really nice.
you can
Does
hold on to
12
that.
feel pain if I like flicked her arm?
Do you flick her arm?
Yeah, lightly,
But-
but just testing.
Bunny,
Is someone doing something? I feel my form moving, but
Okay, good. I'm gonna put 12, and I'm gonna kind of haphazardly like sticker on something on the back.
you just tie her up
platform
like
thing.
a little fumo on the
Yeah,
side of
kind
your
of. Yeah,
thing.
yeah. On
Oh.
the backpack platform.
Understood. I am ready to party. You tie her to the back of your thing.
She's smaller than me.
Like a 16-year-old high school furry girl.
oh,
You have a squishmallow of your legal guardian. Congratulations. So yeah, are y'all gonna start moving?
Let's.
I'll be honest with you. I need any form of luck because I can't see shit.
All right, hold on. Like
Crap,
take out the
sorry, I
club
forgot.
and
12.
anyone have any rope?
I think I do. And you see, Bernard just wraps a bit of like cloth around.
All right, cloth or rope?
It's like cloth rope, like a silken deal.
Okay, I will. I'll tie my bottle of wine to the end of my club, and I'll turn the cork upside down, and I'll pretty much shake it so it soaks into the other side of the cork, and I'll light the cork.
Okay.
Wine?
Not really. It
No,
depends on the
it has to be
proof.
high. It has
By
to be high
percentage, it
proof.
has to be like
And like at least 50, wasn't it?
90. No, it's like
yeah.
90.
I mean, you can also didn't you have create bonfire?
Yeah, Groot. Don't you?
I do. Okay, then. All right,
You can
fuck it.
feel free to just like light the actual like.
Yeah,
club on fire.
I'll light the club. Then I'll put the bottle of wine back in my bag.
You feel very smart and proud of yourself, and then you light the bottle of wine on fire with a bonfire.
I learned that when I lost my parents.
Yippee! All right, and that'll be. You are now have a light.
That is a strong light. Ah, my
It's a bright
eyes!
torch.
So 12. There's a lot we have to go over.
Yeah, there
I'll
sure
peek around.
is, Mr. Star
That's just
Snorter.
mushrooms.
Well, it's not
you got?
particularly
Oh.
my.
You guys slow down though. I can't see shit.
I like how the one with the torch
I'll
is the
scout.
one up front.
You're making sure that no one comes behind you.
I'll scout. You guys stay in.
Once you get to this part, you start to note. Yes, you start to note that there is a slightly larger flow of water coming into this area, which is strange, considering the fact that there's not really supposed to be. And as a result, you see that the flow is actually becoming a like sort of waterfall effect almost. Here, I'll unpause again so that everyone can come around the corner. There is the sort of like wall of water up like 15 feet this way.
Scramble,
And
scramble,
then-
scramble.
Yeah, you don't seem to see any pathway up here that your supposed forerunners would be able to climb to.
How high is the waterfall?
The waterfall is about 15 feet high with like no hand-held like grips. There's also
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna check
from-
behind the waterfall.
Yeah, sure. You you sort of gargle. You don't really need to breathe underwater, so you just sort of sit there.
Yeah, that's true.
And this water is stagnant and sort of gross, but honestly, less sewery than you were expecting. And you're just feeling around. If
I'm
so, roll me an
feeling for
investigation.
anything behind. Like, I'm looking for like any kind of secret entrance or something. 17 flat.
17 flat.
Mhm.
Yeah, it seems like it's just like a stone like wall.
Nothing back
say.
there.
As you accidentally
Yeah.
paw pad on a false brick and
I was wrong.
a sort of partition splits the waterfall from the top, opening a fake wall for a door.
we just see, because like I imagine this isn't really sewer water anymore, but we see her just covered in green algae bloom water, and it doesn't smell super bad, but it does not smell good. She
Ew.
looks like a sea monster again.
Ew.
Man, you got some shit you need to sort out.
Is everyone walking in? It seems like it's just another fucking ladder.
Goes down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
And down we
12.
go.
How the fuck you getting here?
I mean, I feel like my story sort of explained it. I got turned into a doll, and then a little girl threw me down something, and I ended up in water, and I didn't know I was in water. I didn't know I was in a sewer until right now.
So you just woke up one day and you blacked out of nowhere, and you just woke up and we woke you up.
I mean, I've been awake. I've been sitting here in silence.
Oh.
I heard a fight,
Alone.
and
I assumed that someone was around, but I couldn't speak until someone hit my button.
Can you see?
No.
No, that was well established.
Hmm.
She said multiple times she cannot see.
I
Unless-
am a
unless
dumbass,
he's
Bunny.
just-
You need to understand this.
It wasn't even in character.
I'm
but it bled
expositing.
through.
All right.
All I wanna-
Who's heading down the stair? The not the staircase. The ladder first. It's Groog and
Oh no.
Mm.
Groog, Poyo, and Bunny.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I imagine Saltman.
Bunny's
right
on
after.
pure scout mode, and until told otherwise, she's going to be trying to stay ahead of the pack to warn them of any danger they can't see beyond.
You turn around and you just see a bunch of gang members hanging out in a hideout. Please roll
have
me a stealth check before you.
Yeah.
Anything
I
picks
was gonna,
off.
I was gonna ask if they could notice us yet. So, stealth. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
I'm a
22.
fucking beacon.
You are.
I think
a
you get
little bit.
disadvantage because you have a torch.
I would say you have disadvantage for sure.
17.
17. Beautiful.
I'll roll for Bernard now.
16 for Saltman.
Does the encampment look important? Like, what are they? What's here? What's being shipped? Like, what are? Give me some details.
Yeah, what you see from the initial like walking down is there seems to be an overhead like icy blue sort of creeping through that same thick plate glass that's like embedded into the streets of the city. You know that there are some waterways leaking down into a large central pit and a general like moody candlelight. The entirety of this chamber is really watery and like you because of the rush of water, you get the impression that's why you're not immediately betrayed by your sound. That said, the light might do so for you.
In the buildings and like the boxes.
Yes. So these sort of
I'm about to make a
setup
rash
buildings,
decision.
they look to be made of treated wood so as to not get waterlogged. However, there is also a definite like sense of temporary but maybe permanent, you know, like when you go to like a fucking divorced dad's apartment and you're like, this is temporary but maybe permanent. You know what I mean?
It's like a bunch of teenagers like jungling hideout in the woods. It's just a bunch of stuff ramshackled together, but they use it a lot, so you can tell
Yeah.
that like it's kind of permanent but not.
Exactly. A lot of these are built on several just layers of planks that have been used as like prop ups to make sure that the actual structures don't
you
get
see some-
waterlogged.
You see
And-
some Home Depot pallets.
There are also several crates and like what look to be quote unquote buildings for maybe crew sleeping. And lastly, you note there's a big cargo pulley that's from here all the way to there that seems to specifically have a little like hook on it for carrying some large crates. You're not sure what though.
Okay, so there's nothing we can see that would be directly important to not destroy.
There doesn't seem to be anything that's particularly crucial to this actual open area surviving. No.
Hey, Avim,
Mm-hmm.
I have control flame. Does that mean that I can spread a flame from within a lantern?
If it's in a lantern, it would be closed, but you can spread it from a candle.
Or my torch or
Exactly.
my torch.
Yes, but just asking first, is this the only candle I see, or are these all lanterns down here?
This is a lantern. This is a lantern. Or shit, sorry. Am I able to ping? I'm not, because I'm drawing. This is a lantern. This is a lantern. This that you can barely see from around the corner is a candle. And the rest of the lighting seems to be ambient from overhead.
Okay. I have some leftover magic stones, so I would like to the best of my ability. Let me check the range quick.
Mm-hmm.
me, me and Bunny have a very similar mindset right now.
Yeah, yeah. Distractions are good.
They are very
Um,
good.
Range, range, range. 60 feet? Okay. This one. Or I might have to do this one because this one looks like it's kind of blocked. Can I see this, or is it behind the thing?
Line of sight, you would not be able to see that one. No, you'd see the light that it's producing, but not the actual lantern.
Okay, then no magic stone. I'm going to attempt to shoot this lantern, and then use control flames on it, if possible,
Okay.
to spread it. So
All right.
attack roll.
So, yes, what happens right now is going to be a complicated series of events. So, first, Groog, comes down and with just like a hint too much light coming through, there are voices from around the corner that say, "Is that a light? What? Oh, is it other god?" And then
I am very tempted to go for it. Party members, out of character, are you prepared for me to do a very rash decision?
Do it.
Poyo's ready to make very
Start a
rash
distraction,
decisions
so I can
today.
start another distraction. Do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
peeking around the corner, you see a gentleman without a actual like face. It's just like it almost looks like a mannequin head, but it's a mask made out of burlap. And you hear him go, "Well, that's new." You see a giant robot over here who's wearing what looks to be a sailor uniform, who goes, "There appear to be intruders." And from over here, you see a sort of foppish-looking human man and a
Babadook.
very scary, large-looking man. Yes, definitely elvish. Say, "Well, I say, I don't really think that there's much to be said about this. I just want some nice accommodations and before he can continue, this large gentleman says, "Not now. There's intruders." And that will start initiative. But you all have a surprise round, those of you who have decided to go down, including Saltmund.
Okay.
What someone else said something. What did you want to ask?
I had asked if I had recognized any of the voices at all.
Yes. Give me a history check. The DC was 5,
Nice.
so you
Oh,
got it.
Cool.
This gentleman, you don't even need to hear his voice. You see the mask, and you know that's the tailor. Let us begin combat. First, surprise rounds go up. Groog, what are you doing?
I'm gonna dead sprint.
All right.
I'm immediately just gonna dead sprint while I'm just
Okay.
dead screaming.
All right.
And then
You
as soon
start
as I
screaming?
get, I'm gonna immediately just whack the and just hit the lantern.
So, your impromptu fire club smashes into the lantern and starts setting this on fire. It will take a turn, like a round, before it starts catching up, but you have successfully caught that on fire. That's your surprise round. Poyo, what's your surprise?
Am I still in a hidden state? Or
Yes, you two are. Except you do think that the tailor clocked you. You are yourself hidden from the goons around the corner.
it's fine. I'm gonna dash all the way over to the tailor.
Okay.
You see Poyo just like sprint over to this man. And he just looks him dead in the
Can I spend a regnomancy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
AV?
Yeah. What's your argumency?
I'm gonna spend this one for Reese. I didn't have any plans for this regnomancy. I think as he sprints, we just see dead rage on his face, sprinklings of electricity just fucking coursing off of his body as we see inklings of a new power awakening.
Yes.
Go ahead, describe it.
So you see him dead set lock on to the tailor, knowing that he knows that he saw him, and he's
Mhm.
like, "I'm not having this." And almost as if it's like a clap of lightning, he just disappears immediately in front of the tailor, and he looks him dead in his face, and he goes, "You piece of shit.
What did I do
How
to you, kid?
fucking dare you? You used to be the biggest and best pro of all time. Yet here you are, climbing down to such depths. You are literally filthy with the sins that you're carrying on your back. And you know what? I think Poyo reaches up, removes his mask, and this time, without even hesitation, he goes, "I'm not gonna beat you as Pollo Loco. I'm gonna beat you as Barry the fucking Butcher."
Oh, that went hard.
All right, Barry. Let's see how you measure up. And you will see he gets into a fighting stance. Are you attacking? your
I
surprise
dashed. I cannot.
You dashed? Gotcha. Okay.
I cannot attack.
Can I make an argument for the Regnomancy to just give him one-off attack just this round?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh,
Okay,
all right. Let's go then.
Because it was really badass, and I think it's just super cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
19. Does a 19 hit?
Let me check. It does. Yes.
So you see, as he runs up to him, and after he says, "Give him his best shot," Barry just goes to this wall, like still having these sparks jump off of him. He almost leaps as if he's like fucking flying, jumps off to this wall, bounces off, and kicks him right in the face.
All right. Yeah, you kick off of this like very clearly not padded, just like fucking faceless mask, and it goes and he stumbles back a little bit.
5 damage of slashing because he kicked him with his claws.
Gotcha, yeah. You kick him with your claws, and he sort of exhales to deal with the pain. And goes, all right. And then, Bunny, it's your turn.
How high are the walls? How high is
The
this ceiling?
walls, this ceiling is about, I want to say 25 feet tall.
So she goes up and then 5 feet in this direction, and we're not using trigonometry rules because that's stupid, so it's fine. 80 feet, perfect. Okay. She's gonna sneak attack the vampire cuck who started all this. I'm in stealth, so would that be an advantage?
Yes.
Awesome. Sneak attack, extra d6. All right. Come on, mama. Plus 8 to hit. So that is a 16. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit, yes.
Oh, thank God. I was worried there. I rolled really low. 10 piercing damage.
Absolutely. You see your bolt sort of shocks him in the shoulder, making the like impenetrable black leathers and furs on his coat flutter in the wind that doesn't exist down here, so you're not really sure how it even happens. And
Vampire
he
rolls.
he will look to you, and his eyes will start glowing red. And then lastly, because you are hearing your friends rush into action, that'll be you as well, Reinadon.
Yeah.
You're at the back of the pack, but you can absolutely push your way through if you need to.
All right. Let me see what I can do.
It will also be about like 15 feet to get down the ladder of your movement.
I need to see, so I'm going down. Either way. Excuse me. Oh, I beg.
Okay,
my
so
apologies.
1, 2. So that's
And,
20. Yeah, you can make it to there.
And who's this?
So as you get down, you
Mhm.
scan the room quickly, knowing that there is something about to go down, and doo-doo, 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 the fucking Kill Bill song starts playing. You see your uncle as he very slowly turns to look at the entrance, and he sees you as well. His stupid fucking mutton chops. His stupid fucking face. His foppish clothes.
How far away is he?
He is from there.
80 feet.
Yeah, 80 feet.
Can I pull out my gun now?
You can absolutely quick draw. You also notice that there is a large automaton on the standby.
Am I able to shoot at him without aiming at, like, without hitting either you guys? Either of these two?
Because he would be like behind some other people, I will say that he would have half cover.
And okay, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
It just shoots him.
Shoots
I
Barry
hope
in
I
the back
don't-
of the head.
I hope I don't hit Pollo.
Oh, he's not Poyo anymore. He's Barry. Barry the fucking butcher.
Well, Barry, get down. Hold on.
yeah,
Can I make a thing to like try to tell Barry to get
No,
down?
no, it's fine. I imagine you just shoot around him.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like
My-
live in the bloodlust, baby.
fair enough.
And are you making a single target or an improvised burst?
Single target. Ooh, 24.
24 does in fact hit.
Reinadon finally sees that son of a bitch who killed his parents. Parents. Damn it. His ferrets too. He had like
His
two pet
ferrets,
ferrets.
fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, he had like 2 pet ferrets, but unfortunately they were in the house fire and he couldn't find them.
Yeah.
That might be allowed, that might not.
Either way.
He looks at him.
Sorry, I'll stop after this. But we get like one image completely off screen of your uncle just being like, "I've always hated you, fuck," strangling the 2 ferrets. This man is truly evil.
Fisting them. Fucking... Oh, that's hilarious. I love the idea that the reason why fucking Reinadon got out of the house fire is because the uncle was too busy strangling 2 ferrets and like slamming them into
For
fucking
real?
glassware on the table.
Jeez.
Anyway,
Enrique, Charlie.
Enrique and Charlie are dead, and this guy deserves to pay for it. Roll 1d10 plus 2.
That's a 4.
You shoot at him, and you very clearly just like thump, right in his fucking leg, and you see he immediately is just like, oh, why is that right here? Ugh."
And then I just look at him and say, "Not so fun when you're the one whose life's on the line, huh, you prick?"
And he Arthur fists. Arthur balls up his fist. All right, and that is going to be the start of the combat. Reese,
Yes.
could you please start us out with your round?
Oh boy, am I. So, I've got 2 Regnomancy to burn.
You do.
And I think it'd be fun to burn one of them immediately.
Okay.
And what Poyo is going to do is, with the momentum that he had built up earlier, he's going to use that momentum to dart to this corner here and jump kick the tailor to push him into the hole.
Gotcha. Okay.
Damn.
Nice.
With a jump against the side of this wooden, sort of rickety building, you find yourself with just enough support footing. You realize as you are kicking off of it that it is really not too secure. Okay, you make a strength athletics check contested by this target's strength athletics
I
or
can use my
dexterity.
dexterity for that.
as if it was
Yeah.
grappling.
Oh, and I have an
yes.
advantage on grappling.
You either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet away from you. So if you were pushing it here, he would make a dexterity save.
Okay. So, would I do it at advantage or?
You use the recommency to like start it. So I mean, you know what? Yeah, no. Actually, as you have pushed off, and there's not really too much that's like particularly intensive for what you're asking. I'm gonna give you advantage on that. Yeah.
17?
17. He's going to make an athletics check as well. That's a 26.
God damn it.
So as you shove into him, you see this large man. You are definitely still a kid, even if you are a bigger kid. the tailor sort of takes your kick, and as you actually knock him in the middle of his chest, you recognize that he seems to have already dug his heel into a crack below his foot that kept him from getting pushed back further. And he accepts it. And do you have a multi-attack action?
As a bonus action, I'll swipe him with my claws.
Absolutely. Make
So
the
let's
attack.
do that. 16.
16 hits. Please
Alright.
deal you damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. That is sexy. Holy shit. Okay. -9. Yes, you, realizing the ineffectiveness of your push, decide to alternate to a different attack. What does it look like as you slash him?
So, I think initially he tries kicking the tailor in the chest. The tailor, just knowing what's gonna happen, digs his foot into the ground, prevents himself from moving at all, and Poyo, recognizing, oh, I'm not getting any headway here, does like a backwards, not like a flip, but he does like a backwards kick up, and he slashes at his mask.
Like a fucking up kick, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
You slash upward over like the side of his face at the eye, and you see from the barely open inside of this mask, a just very directly, intently studying eye on your face. You see this bare, scraggly. It looks like this guy's just a human. He's got like a little bit of hair poking out of the mask that you slashed, and with that he goes, "That's pretty good. That's pretty good." All right, and next up we have the tailor himself. For his, as a bonus action, he's going to make an insight check on you to use measure materials. If the tailor's insight check surpasses the target's current HP, the creature is considered measured. 14.
Yeah, that definitely
exceeds your
meets. Yeah.
HP.
it
All
beats.
right. You feel that eagle eye zoom on you, and with a gruff determination, he goes, "Time to really see what you're made of." And he will make an attack against you. You see that he has these iron pins. They're almost like these large iron nails that are tucked into the side of his waistcoat on holsters. And he doesn't seem to draw them, and instead puts out a fist and just tries to 1-inch punch you in the chest. Yeah, you feel his punch crack one of your ribs as you take 4 points of damage. And as you do so, you recognize that he seems to have placed his fist directly in a place where he knows your rib would crack.
Good. I'm glad you decided to fucking throw your fists. I thought you were just gonna stand there and take it like a little bitch.
Oh!
I don't want to hurt a kid. Go away. And next up
Shouldn't have become a monster
is
then.
Bunny.
Bunny says as she hears that.
If I gotta knock you out to do this, then I gotta. I don't remember what his voice is, so he's gonna change every section.
It's fine.
Bunny, you're up.
She's gonna scurry along the ceiling, 30 feet? Yeah, 30 feet. And then, can I apply something as a bonus action to my, my crossbow? I want to apply the bag of sparkle to my crossbow bolt.
I would say normally okay, except I don't really see how you would do that.
I was just gonna dump the whole thing on the crossbow and then just shoot.
Make me a sleight of hand check to see if you can get away with that in a bonus action.
23? 17 plus 6. That's a 23, correct? 19, 20.
23, yeah.
23, yes. 23. I had to double check my math because I'm really bad at math.
I am too. I might have gotten that wrong. Okay, so yes, a 26 exceeds his armor class. Or 20.
No, that was the sleight of hand check.
Oh,
apply it.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Then Honestly, that's a fucking free action. Fuck that. You
Nice.
you have your entire actions
Okay.
back.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll to attack now.
Can you tell that I'm going through a lot of character sheets right now?
You're fine. That's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 hits. Just
You just see it like pierce into him, and just a big fucking cloud of sparkles puffs into his face. Let me roll the damage.
yeah.
Oh no. I'm about to be spiritually connected to this man. I just find it hilarious. I feel like I can just imagine Bunny just running up to where she is now and just seeing Groog flat on the floor, like he's kind of given up after he's just hit his head on the fucking wood wall.
See him having a fucking seizure.
No, I'm just laying there, just thinking like I did good, but at what cost? And he's just laying there flat.
Now you're gonna die of fucking fire exhaustion. So you shoot this flying bolt as it sparkles through the air. This genuine like cavalcade of just glitter strikes them straight in the chest as you see the darkness of this heavy, like almost tattered leather or fur or something. And his eyes, what little of them you can see in the shadow, seem to widen a little bit. He's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
So I didn't want to meta, but from her perspective, it's like, okay, this stuff is magical. So, oh no.
Please continue.
This stuff is magical, so let's just throw it in him and see what happens.
Yeah, so on a natural 1,
Oh
he
no!
will,
Oh no!
you will see this
Please go ahead.
this bolt strikes him straight in the chest, and his eyes dilate for a second as you witness him like as on the floor this blood red vomit seems to wriggle and writhe, full of, now that the bolt is in his stomach, also glitter. And he's first going to take that 6 points of damage. And then he's going to take 6 points of radiant damage,
Oh, nice.
Oh no!
which is a vulnerability. So he will be taking 12 points of radiant damage.
Oh my
Wait.
god!
Would Groog notice that at all? That like what caused that radiant damage?
So you can please make me an Arcana check if you want. Like it'll just be a free thing.
Okay.
Anyone who would like to.
4, no.
I think as it hits him, Bunny speaks up, her mouth just opening up wide, and in the process her hood falling back, her massive red eyes and fangs just completely in view. Looking at him upside down, her ears just hanging from the ceiling, and she opens her mouth, and you just hear that same tiny voice reverberating through the room.
In the name of the Dradens, I sentence you to death.
It's like the fucking like punch forever. The it just opens their mouth and it's a different voice. That's so fucking funny. All right. Yeah, as you shoot him through the stomach, what you would recognize is this posturing of what was initial like, ugh, kids, I gotta get them out of here, to genuine like understanding you guys as a threat. You see him pull from his coat in anticipation a large, it almost looks like some sort of mercury looking dagger, this like curved wicked blade, which he crouches and stalks as he goes,
Don't shoot me with that again. Please.
As
Please
you
don't.
have permanently altered how he speaks.
Oh shit.
Okay. Realistically, he forgot to say pretty, so all bets are off.
Time to kill him.
Oh.
That is
Uh,
fair. That is like the number one rules of engagement.
You
do you
didn't
have
say
anything
pretty,
else you would like to do?
please.
Yeah, you know what? Bunny Bunny speaks up and she goes,
You didn't say pretty, please.
Krug, you're up.
All right. I'm assuming I have to use an action to get
"Oh,
up.
I'm reloading with a bonus action, by the way."
Okay.
It's half. It's half what?
To get up from prone is always half of your movement.
Okay. All right, he'll get up. Oh God. I'm still holding the torch, right?
You are still holding the torch, yes.
All right, then I will.
I believe you used create bonfire on the thing and then held the torch alongside it.
Oh no, that's
You toss 12, the plushie over the marketable Squishmallow 12 before you jump over yourself.
yeah.
Only for a limited time.
I will then light this building on fire with the torch.
All right.
This is gonna be an arena.
Absolute psychopathic behavior.
I will allow that as your bonus action. Would you like to do another main action? I would say that's an object interaction.
I'm gonna throw the torch over. How do I?
Well,
ping?
I will say, do you think you could
You
throw
can
it
just
over
hold
here?
down left
Because
click.
I think they said there's reinforcement, possibly. I think they were calling for reinforcements from this tent. So if you could set that on fire, you could delay it.
Or alternatively, completely incapacitate them.
Or kill them.
How far would you say I could throw?
Strength plus proficiency, like times 10, I'd say.
Oh, you're making it.
So 160 something feet.
You're doing it,
Some
buddy.
shit like that.
You're
Yeah.
gonna do
Jesus
it.
Christ! All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and throw the torch.
I mean, it's a
over
small
yonder.
That's
object,
probably
too.
not. That's not rules as written, but they can be upset at me in the comments. I don't give a shit.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go ahead and throw it over at this building over here.
Yeah, I don't think this torch is particular. Like this club that you have is particularly hard to throw.
Yeah, you throw it
Um,
like a throwing axe.
Yeah, absolutely. So roll me a strength or dexterity check, as if it was a attack, with your club, and we'll see how accurate your hit onto the building is.
14.
14. All right, yeah, that'll hit the broadside of a barn. So you throw your torch. I will remove the light from you. Boom. And the small pool of oil underneath this lamp seemingly
Oh.
catches on fire as well, leading to a good head start on this fire. You see right here, this large robot looks over from behind her shoulder and says, "Oh, that's not good." And will look over back to you, smiling.
Burn you, bitch!
How very rude. Please don't say something like that, young man. And next up is Tarrant. Once he's done retching, he will sort of crouch down and, at the start of his turn, use his regeneration. He would take that if he hadn't just taken radiant damage. All right, so, wincing, attempting to regain the flesh that is gone from his stomach, but being unable to, you will see as he crouches down and he's going to take the dash action. You see him jump over this, and skid up to here, leap onto here, and you see as he's climbed up with 15 feet of movement, he's not out of Poyo's range yet, but he has remained in it as he jumped over him onto the roof of this building.
So I can't take an
Um,
attack of opportunity just yet.
Not yet, exactly.
Mm.
That said, and it will end his turn.
It's great.
The first of the squads will, seeing the commotion, take their time to jump over to find you guys. Get in range of you guys, because this guy isn't super happy that you are setting their place on fire. This one is going to move 10 feet this way to intercept Reinadon, and this one is going to back him up because Groog looks strong. Now, each of them are going to make a attack with their cutting knives. The first one attacking Reinadon had a 10. Does that hit? It does not. Okay. Please describe to me how you dodge out of the way of this henchman taking out a crude-looking knife and swiping at you with it.
Remembering like some of his old training with his dad, he didn't get a lot, obviously, but his dad had been in a scuffle once or twice. So Reinadon usually knows how to dodge a flimsy fucking attacker with a knife. So when he sees him go for a swing, he just kind of dodges by going in a way the direction that he's coming from, but like turning aside.
Right. Yeah, you deftly sidestep the swing as this adult is confused as to how a young man can dodge their attacks.
Yeah, no, I imagine like part of it. This is just fluff for you, Siege. I just think Reinadon is fucking awesome. I imagine part of it is like your dad and you had a lot of like just basic martial arts training because there's a lot of riffraff on the street. So like you do that and you just instinctively like push his hand to the other direction like a martial artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like
right?
elegant fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know.
Exactly. Very, very elven. Yes, you
And
sidestep
as
that grace.
As I do that, I say, "Stay out of this. This is a family matter."
the mute goon sort of puts his hands up. Like,
there
oh,
is
shit,
like
damn.
there is
Goddamn.
so much. There is more hate in Reinadon's heart and eyes than it has ever happened before.
It's more than you should ever see in a child. Like you just see this
Yeah.
flaming rage in him, and the guy's like, "What the fuck is wrong with this kid?"
Still gonna take it, but that you have spooked him. And then one of the goons will swipe at Groog and hit with a 16, I believe. Yes, your AC is 13. And both of them have advantage due to their pack tactics. However, the only one that hit was the one who had already hit again. So one of them dodges as you duck out of the way. The other one comes around and stabs you. How do they connect with you?
Feel like it'd be fucking hilarious if he stabs my stomach and he's just so fat he doesn't even feel it.
You dodge out of the first one and then you walk into the other knife and don't look back because you don't feel it. Yeah.
Or no, he just after he like looks back, he just stares at him.
You take 4 piercing damage. That will end the flame squad's turn. After which you see a group of less present individuals start coming out of this tent here. That is 30 feet.
Are there pipes on the ceiling?
Fuck. There are not. This is like an old, before the actual pipe system was introduced. This is like an old.
Are there any? Is there any
antechamber.
alcove I can go inside of to take cover?
The fact that you have gone onto the roof has sort of unfortunately provided you less cover than you would wish for. You do see that some of the stones overhead are a bit loose, but as loose as a city will allow their infrastructure
Okay, yeah, that's
underneath
fine.
the street to be.
I had to ask. As a player, I got to take every advantage I can get.
Nah, you're good. So you see these 3 come out of the woodwork, and this one here seeing Poyo and the tailor get into pitched combat, you see this series of goons will all attempt to throw throwing knives at you. You see these cutting knives aren't just weighted for cutting and slashing, but they are also for throwing, as they throw 1, 2, 3. You see the two of them sort of weakly dink into the side of this downward puddle sluice, but the third one, this one right here, the captain of this squad, throws a dangerous, crude cutting knife towards you, Poyo. As you're about to take it to the face, though, you do see the tailor actually grabs the thing out of midair and throws it back down the side of the pit as well,
Oh shit!
saying, "He's mine!" Before moving
Still has some
forward.
sense of honor. I like that. That's good shit.
Reinadon, it is now your turn. You have a goon in front of you, and your uncle is quite a ways away.
What about the dog? I thought, wouldn't Big Dog get a turn or something?
Oh yes, that's right.
And
Yeah, there's
very
like a
quickly.
whole plethora
Um,
of characters right behind us that are just kind of sitting there.
Oh, it's because it's
Well,
later.
that's-
They're
after, yeah.
later in the
They
initiative.
rolled-
Yes,
They rolled very,
Oh.
very, very low.
that's why. That's my bad.
Mm.
I thought they were gonna move on your turn. I forgot. They have their own initiative as well.
I really love the idea that none of these goons know that we have 5 other people on backup just
Yeah.
waiting to come down.
It is pretty fucking funny.
I'm interested to see
Um,
what Charlemagne's able to do.
Sam.
Yeah.
Cool as fuck.
All right, so yeah, you're up.
Okay. I literally just shoved past the goon, and
Okay.
just like I don't care. I do
Give
not
me an
give
intimidation.
Let me see.
Just free
what's
action.
intimidation? Do I get
Charisma,
advantage
yeah.
because you said that I spooked him earlier when I like?
That's
his
the reason
attack.
I'm giving you the check to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I use my regnomancy and I point my gun at his fucking crotch.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
Get out
fuck.
of my
Jesus
way.
Christ!
You quick draw. Give me a give me a intimidation check, which is +2 at advantage.
All right. 19,
That's a good regnomancy.
14. Okay. Does a 19 work?
A 19 absolutely works. You see the tail, like this hatter goon, straight up just like put their hands up and make a bowing motion, like please, after you.
Oh man, I wanted to say a line. I was about to be like something along the line of, "If you don't move from this family matter, I'll make sure it clicks. You won't ever have one to begin with." Or
They
something.
nod emphatically and make way for you. Crunching
Okay,
against
how
the
many
wall
can
as
I-
long as they can.
How many feet can I go?
30 feet and then a dash action.
30 feet. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable getting close to the giant gaping pit.
Yeah.
And
I would
I have a
advise you to
feeling
dash.
I'm not. What's up?
I would advise you to dash because of what I'm about to do.
Okay, yeah. Fair
How
enough.
how quick does the fire spread and increase?
The fire will spread at the beginning of each round.
Okay.
So you find yourself like dashing along the side. These goons seem too preoccupied with Groog, who has just bellied one of their knives, and the tailor does not care about you at all. So you find yourself at the
Feeling
face
spiritual.
of this area. As you do so, you have taken your action, your free action. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to perpetrate?
Can I shoot him?
I don't believe you have a bonus action. Like to dash is an action.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I thought it was.
No,
I thought it was.
It's fine.
Oh.
Um,
Can I?
If
can I-
you want to stay back there and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
shoot
yeah.
him, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. I aim my pistol at him and I fire.
wait.
Wait,
you can
wait,
use
what?
a bonus action to use expeditious retreat to move there with your bonus action instead of using an action.
Okay, how much does expeditious retreat give
It's
me?
1 spell slot. It gives you a dash action for bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Expeditious
yeah.
Retreat. Oh, okay.
You can
Then I'll
take the
use
dash
that.
action. Oh yeah,
Exactly,
perfect.
yeah.
Okay.
Doink.
So yes, you take 1 spell slot down, and then you have your bonus action spent, which means you still have your free action to blast your uncle in the face.
Or action, yeah.
I'm gonna try to blast him in the chest.
Okay.
I'm going to put as many rounds as possible in him, and yeah, that's it. I don't say a word to him. There is nothing for me to say to him at this point. I just want him to lie on the ground, choking on his own blood.
All right, please make me a attack roll with the Canela family pistol.
Oh, my dice is being really nice to me today. 22.
Beautiful. Okay. With a 22, you very easily blast into him. Please make me 1d10 plus 2 damage.
Ah, come on. I got a 1, so that's a 3.
Okay, 3 damage. That's still significant. As you just blast him, what does it look like as you shoot him in like about just the leg?
Okay. Oh, you know what? That actually makes sense. Reinadon, also remembering, he didn't go shooting with his dad much, which is why he's not the best with the pistol, but he's decent with it. He gets down on one knee as a proper gentleman would, aims his shoulders properly, makes it makes the pistol at shoulder length, and aims at his leg.
Just blows off his fucking kneecap.
I want to blow his
Blast
kneecap
it
off.
off. Yeah,
I wish I had
absolutely.
another Regnomancy so I could do it so I could blow his fucking kneecap off.
You see him splinter, and he like falters to the side for a second, and he goes, "You brat! I hated you from the moment I knew you."
Oh, well, looks like we finally found something in common, dear uncle.
You also see this large robot making her way doom, 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 with her steps. They seem to be wider gated, but she seems to have less servos for moving and more for protecting as she lumbers her way over, looks over at you without her face moving, obviously, and through her like weird cheek speakers, you hear her say, "Family shouldn't fight. Please, do not harm your uncle any longer," as she will act in the defensive position.
After it says that, I just say,
Mm.
"Oh, where were you 2 years ago?" That's
She
it.
doesn't say anything. She's unaware as to what that means.
I'm assuming Gronk.
Next is Bronk up. Yeah. The Buckin' Bronco. You can take 15 feet to get down the ladder, or you can just jump off the side.
Yeah, I'm about to say. So, what's the personality of this guy?
Bronk the Stronk is one of the most... You've worked with him a little bit. He is this dense, very athletically driven man, but not in the sense of sportsmanship, in the sense of proving one's worth. He finds that those who he understands as strong are worthwhile.
All right, he's gonna go ahead and try to jump in this lake right here.
All right. So you all see, like, looking from your individual combats, Bronk the Strong straight up just like push kicks off the edge and head first dives into this running water. It is surprisingly clean. This seems to be more of a seawater sluice. As he now swims like an alligator in the waters, treacherous. You swim up that way? All right.
That was 15 feet.
That was
25.
So yes, 5, and then
30, and
I'm
then
not
your
going to give
dash
you
action.
like movement, so 10, 15, 20, 25, where you are right now.
Oh, he has to climb up. How much movement would that be to climb out?
Usually it would be like 5 feet of movement, but you would need to make a strength check. However, I doubt that will be an issue.
Okay, then he'll move out.
Make me a strength saving throw.
Hold on. Let me pull. It is right here. Okay.
Aren't we all glad that I resent them?
21.
21, beautiful. All right, yeah. You see him with one hand just boom, like a fucking like a Jason from the fucking swamp. He just pulls himself out, and he's heaving right now. You have spent 30 feet of movement. Do you want to make an attack or do you want to dash?
I guess he's just gonna punch the fuck out of this guy.
All right. Are you making that with an unarmed attack or are you using your junior lifter's kid-size barbell?
Junior lifter's kid-sized barbell.
Do it.
All right, all right, and it's a fucking +5 to hit. My God.
This is a barbarian.
So am I though. What the fuck?
Yeah. You have a pretty fucking high attack too.
11. You failure.
All right. As you see Bronk attempt to smash into this guy, let me see here. Just barely misses the AC. So yes, you see him come overhand, and tell me how he whiffs this.
He runs up thinking he's got a clean shot, and he's just so cocky that the little guy he's trying to hit just just bows as like he just almost like loses his footing, just hitting air.
And he turns over to you, Groog, and says, "I hate this guy."
Oh yeah, he's going to hell.
Next up is Deggery. As you see, Reinadon, that your uncle seems to have come face to face with you and then immediately be interposed by this mech. Deggery seems to almost command this creature as with a as a bonus action, Deggery issues a command to one willing allied creature that can hear him. They act on his request immediately as their reaction and fulfill their orders to the best of their ability as if they were granted a free action. So, as you see your uncle point over to you past this robot's shoulder and say, "Delegitimize him. This is no longer my nephew. Now he is target. He's attempting to kill me. Attack." As Irene will look over to you and say, "I apologize. You have been deauthorized. Please hold still." As they will use Gatling breakers.
What?
They aim their arm cannons in a 15-foot cone and rev the engine. The thing seems to take a moment, however. So as you do see them get ready for this attack, you see she seems to rev up for a second, and then it looks like it's going to get very bad for you in very short amount of time. In the meantime, you see Deggery also frustrated that Irene doesn't seem to have an immediate solution. Will say, and will simply take the dodge action behind Irene. Next up is Saltmund. Tackler
You hear her
Saltmund.
immediately fucking scream, "Let's go, team!" And she jumps down. Sports. Oh, okay. And she's going to move 30 feet, 5, 10. She's going to attempt to jump over this gap. That's a, what, strength?
Okay.
Strength check?
Running jump. You definitely have enough to make it over.
Okay. So she jumps 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You know your boy calculated the jump strengths before I started this game.
That's fair, yeah. That's fair. And then take the dash action. 5, 10, 15.
Also, just a heads up,
20.
Bernard is up on the docket next.
Yes. And that's gonna be her dash action as she, yeah, no, I think that's about all she can do right now. She's setting up for the flanking of this bastard. He's dead. And yeah, end turn.
What does
Alrighty.
12 think of all this?
Uh, you note that 12 doesn't really have like
Sight.
traditional vision, so she just hears things getting stabbed and I fucking hate you. I hate you. No, I will kill you. And you just hear from your pocket, very muffled.
I feel like things aren't going the best.
Wait, I thought she was hanging on the platform.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I feel like things are maybe not going the best. And from that, you are up, Bernard.
So he's gonna hop down the ladder.
Okay.
And he immediately sees the fires and the fucking shit, and he just kind of goes, "Oh, what the hell!" Just immediate, like, fuck.
This
Just
is
absolute
not
war.
good. Okay.
Okay. He looks over, sees this guy standing right here, and he's like, I don't really like you much. He just kind of slashes him with his bully halberd.
All right. Yeah, with a bully halberd. Just, I know that you moved close because it is good, but I just want to remind you as well that it does have 10 feet of movement or of range.
All right, then. Can I take that back real quick, then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, take that back.
If you were on the other side, you would still be able to hit him. Is what I'm saying.
Does the 13 hit?
Thing you must do. 13 will hit. Yes.
Okay.
Please make your damage roll. With 1d10 plus 3. Holy shit, this thing's so
Yeah,
good.
he hits really fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
He's the boss
I
of an
forgot this
entire
guy's like a
chapter.
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 8. Oh shit. Does that kill this guy immediately?
Might. If it doesn't, I would like to actually impose him just kind of looking at this guy and just go, run.
So all of you, as you see Tackler run down and sprint, sports, and you see fucking you see Bronk sort of whiff overhead kettlebell. You're like, maybe our reinforcements aren't the best. Then you see Bernard jump down like fucking Kratos land on the floor, pull a halberd out, and decapitate this goon. Oh my
Shit.
god! I don't like you much.
I don't like the tone of your voice.
You hear this guy with the fucking top hat in the back go, "Holy fuck!"
This guy is out of combat.
Oh boy, really? I thought it was just a flesh wound.
Yeah. No, he picks up his head and starts juggling with it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna move him the rest of his distance to right behind this dead guy,
Okay.
which kind of makes sense. And I'm going to spend 1 spirit point and use Make Me Proud.
Okay.
And I'm giving the bonus to Groog.
Oh,
It's within a 5
it's
foot
5
radius.
feet. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, never mind.
It's okay.
I'm gonna just use go then. All
All right.
allies within earshot have doubled speed
nice.
Until the start of his next
until
turn.
the end of my next turn.
Or until the start of Bernard's next turn, yeah.
Yeah, this is a bonus action.
Yes. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of his turn.
Beautiful. Make sure that you mentally mark or have something down as well that says that you've spent 1 of your team spirit points.
Okay.
And so Charlemagne will jump down 5, 10, 15.
She's got
Look
60
over here,
feet.
see a decapitated guy, say, oh dear. 20, 25. She'll just jump this side.
I absolutely love just seeing her come down, take it all in just an instant, and then just keep moving. 3 fires, Bunny just facing off with the masterclass vampire, an entire fucking smorgasbord of fight happening with Groog. It's so good. This is one of the best combats. Please go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You will see that she doesn't seem to have any ranged weapons on her person, so she pulls out a red rapier and just straight up like chucks it like a javelin, trying to aim for the next closest goon, who's a little bit underneath Bronk, but she's hoping that she can get there. That'll be That'll be a 16. So you see she sort of overhands this red rapier, which, as it goes through the air, it seems to have these little holes in the actual handguard that whistle through the air as it and punctures the side of this goon. That's 1d8 plus 4.
Jesus.
And then half damage because it's thrown and it's not supposed to be a thrown weapon. So that'll be 5 damage. Okay. All right. And next up is Big Dog. Barry's
I'm the one in
next
control
on
of that,
the...
right?
Yes, you are. Barry's the next on command.
Is the dog's like a whole thing that it's supposed to be like protecting me, or?
The dog's big thing is that it is good at hitting things, and it is good at being around things. If you are wanting it to be near you, then you can absolutely do that.
Okay, fair.
I think
Its
it
biggest
already
thing is
had
that it's a
higher
tank. It
movement
has a
speed.
lot of HP.
Yeah,
Okay,
it also
so-
has a lot of movement speed too because it's a dog, right?
It has 50
Okay,
feet
so how
movement.
much? Oh, 50 feet. Okay, let's see
Plus
if I can do
another
this.
50. That's 100 feet. Holy shit!
Okay, I'm probably gonna have it go over here then.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, what am I doing?
And then go
She would have been
essentially.
here. She would do the same thing, but first.
So
yeah.
with go.
Mm-hmm.
I would move it 1 to the left because that is
yeah.
the Gatling.
Yeah, here. There we go. Yeah, one to the left actually. Yeah, you're right.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Okay. And then right before it starts, wheeling that fucking Gatling gun, it bites at the it bites at the arm.
All right.
Or
please
it
make
could
me...
actually, yeah. You know what? No, I changed my mind. It goes for a neck bite.
All right. Please make me a friendly bite. +7 to hit.
Friendly bite.
+7.
Big
all
Dog
right.
is just a big boofer.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's a wolf.
That's a 19.
19. Absolutely, that hits. All right. Please deal 2d4 blunt damage.
That is a 4.
You see, Big Dog has this like jaw contraption that's almost like a bear trap. That's like a mouth weapon. And it swings open and crunches on the side of Irene to not hurt Big Dog's actual teeth. But it does appear like the neck is quite sturdy. As much damage as you are able to do, you get the impression that attacking this thing isn't going to do much to stop it. It will look over and as it is revving up one of its arm cannons, it will actually pet the dog and say, "Good boy," and then turn back to you and continue revving.
I literally not Aurelius, sorry. I don't know why I thought Aurelius. Reinadon literally says, "Why is everyone taking the words right out of my mouth?"
That's good. Next is Barry.
Alrighty. Barry, this time is gonna take combat real seriously, and he's gonna throw his 2 punches at he's gonna throw his 2 punches at the tailor here.
Gotcha. Oh, also at the start of the round, each of these fires gets bigger.
I imagine a 6 doesn't hit.
A 6 does not hit, unfortunately. No.
An 11?
An 11 does not either.
Oh no.
You were quickly realizing that you were fighting an adult.
Barry just kind of looks at him and he's like, "I'm not giving it that easy." That's all I really can do at this point.
All right. The tailor, seeing that, please make me an insight roll.
13.
13. All right. You make his passive deception, which is also 13. And as you look into his one exposed eye, you do get the impression that when you say that, he is pretty sad. He nods before taking another crack of his knuckle and attempting to strike you.
Oh.
Um,
Ooh.
one of those being a 19, he cracks you in the stomach again and says, "Kid, just please go down."
No. You're better than this. You were better than this. And if I gotta die to prove a point, then so be it.
God damn. Yeah, you see with that insight check, you have affected him. He chooses. You realize the effect of measure materials as you have made this insight check. The tailor gains several advantages over a measured individual. He knows exactly how close the creature is to death at that given moment, both numerically and or via any other status ailments. He gains advantage on all melee attacks and medicine checks against the target. And instead of rolling damage, he chooses whichever face on the die he gets. Essentially, he has been choosing how much damage he's dealing to you.
Oh god.
He chooses to do the minimum again of 4. You are at 3 HP. He looks sad as fuck. Next up, Bunny.
Hey, remember what I did last time? We're gonna do it again, but with silver powder.
That's right, we're gonna steal.
Silver powder? Alright.
And I also realized there's so many people here. I get advantage at stealth and sleight of hand. So she's gonna make her check and try to just quickly coat the loaded thing in silver powder. That is how many? 12.
Okay. That'll be a bonus action, but you can still apply it.
Yeah, no, bonus action is fine. So she applies it as a bonus action, and
The DC is 10 in case anyone wants to know.
2 of 3 left. She's realized this is a very powerful vampire, and she knows, like, instinctively that he's trying to heal, so she's got to do whatever she can. So she's gonna just immediately pull up right after that, shoot him again, silver this time. 13 plus 10, 23.
All right. Next on deck is Grug.
Yeah.
As you sort of set your attack up and give him a shot. Sorry, what was that damage total one more time?
It wasn't damage, that was to hit.
Oh, to hit. Sorry,
It
what
was
was
a 23.
23. Yeah, that
Yeah.
absolutely hits. Okay.
3 damage, fuck. But the silver's there, so better than nothing.
You thunk it again, and with 3, he does not seem to take extra damage from it.
That from the silver?
No.
Silver doesn't deal extra damage.
This Mr. Tarrant seems to take it, and he does not seem to notice that it is silver. From what you can tell. You don't know if he has any changes to his abilities from that, but you would have to see and find out. Are you doing anything else with your attack or turn?
I'm going to move 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20. It's 25, right? 25 feet. Yeah. I'm going to move just above him. I'm just going to move her right here so that way you don't have trouble picking between the two. But she's on the, like, literally just above the tower. And that will be her turn.
Oh boy.
Grug.
All right. Gonna move 12 over here so that way I can run over here.
Don't forget
Sorry,
you have
Mom.
adrenaline rush as well.
Mom called me for some reason.
So I will be grabbing this lantern over here, and I will spend a ragnomancy point, and I will throw it all the way over here. And so to make sure it hits the fucking robot in the head, and Big Dog moves out of the way.
You don't have to roll Regnomancy to be able to do that.
For Big Dog to move out of the way?
Oh, for Big Dog to move out of the way? Absolutely. Okay.
Because what I'm planning here is splash damage of fire between these two fuckers and try not to hit Big Dog. Because it's also to get away from being cluster-fucked by enemies.
Yes, you can absolutely throw that torch at Irene the robot and throw
Big Dog move out of the way.
Big Dog out of the way. Yeah,
Irene...
where would Big Dog move, Siege?
Let me see.
Well, what would be the splash radius?
Of a torch? It would just be a single target.
No, of the
The
lantern.
lamp that he picked up.
Oh, the lamp. The lamp would probably splash. All right, please make me a. A.
And then the
Yes.
regimancy was so
Thanks.
it could hit Irene in the head.
Yeah, absolutely. Make me
As
an
well as the dog.
athletics check to throw it accurately. It will hit her in the head, but to see how much oil gets on her is different.
How? What do you need me to roll?
So that's athletics. So
Oh hell yeah! +4.
+4.
Let's fucking go.
yeah, that's to like just
Oh
fucking
no!
paw away. Okay. Do you have
11.
any? I know you're getting away with a lot, but I will give you advantage on that too, because you did use a regnomancy, and I did say that was the case. Barry's attack earlier.
9.
So
Wait.
Oh, those are doll 12.
I have lucky.
You do have lucky.
Can I do one more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yay! Fucking
17.
thank you.
All right, that also breaks your AC. So, you're right. You have your shot put pose right ready, and you just fucking hurl it across the way. You see the oil of the lantern splash on the head of this lady as she goes, ah! And you please make me 1d4 bludgeoning damage and 1d4 fire damage.
Would that also go on Reinadon's uncle at all?
Yes, the fire damage will.
4. So 4 total.
Oh, I see. So, yes. All right. His uncle takes 1 damage. And
Would
the
any of that happen to
Bobot-
get on the bridge?
Huh?
Would any of that happen to get on the bridge?
No. Well, maybe. I think it would catch on fire on the corner here. Yeah, it's pretty soaked with shit. Literally. That said, as you donk this Bobot on the head and also catch Reinadon's uncle a little bit with that fire, you seem to strike true. You get the impression this is going to be a persistent issue for them. Do you do anything else with your turn?
I have a very ballsy move, but I don't know how that's going to affect this scene. Would you have to interrupt the game? Now, bear with me if I ate some jerky. My idea
What do you
is
mean
that
interrupt?
I eat the jerky. It's in my blood.
Mhm.
I take a javelin and I cut myself to get some of the blood on the javelin and throw it at Vampire Man. Obviously, I can't do that all one turn, but I'd be preparing for it.
You can absolutely eat some jerky if you would like.
Okay, I will go
What
ahead.
happens will be your consequence.
I don't like how you worded that.
That's the way that this game works. I have to be cryptic and scary.
Stay close to the mic, please. Sorry, I don't
I'm
mean
putting
to-
a shirt on.
Okay, no, that's I don't want to like
Yeah, no, I hear you.
min max you, but or not min max. Fucking
What do you guys think? Think it's worth it?
fucking do it, dude. It's your character. It's fun.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll just eat a thing of jerky to end my turn then.
All right. You bite into the jerky. This is the quote-unquote enchanted sparkle jerky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. As you do so, you hear that same thumping grow louder, but something about it feels a little too strong. you don't have another vision immediately, but you do feel something almost as if the object of your power is getting closer.
Ooh.
I'll get them back.
And that is the only premonition that you have.
Oh shit! Isn't that the fucking kid from earlier in the end of one of the things?
Fucking Faye.
Uh, and now it is Terrence' turn. As Terrence sees the rabbit folk move for some reason closer, he will crack his knuckles, and then as he turns into a smoke form, you see him pass into the smoke being generated by the fire and actively almost like disappear in it, before moving this way. Yeah, so you just see Tarrant disappear into the smoke around the area. Next up is Fire Squad. One of them is dead, so this one is just going to, seeing that the tailor didn't seem to like someone walking over this way, is going to attack Tackler, sorry. Batter's the other Saltmund. 22 probably hits. So that'll be against an AC of 16. 1d4 plus 1. Ka-chow. 5 damage. Tackler takes 5 points of damage. They are now down to 13 HP. Beautiful. So this goon here is going to attack Bronk, who he will not have advantage. However, it will still be making an attack. That is a 22. Holy shit, these henchmen are rolling so good. Dealing 3 damage to Bronk the Stronk. Next up is the Lightning Squad. This one here is burning and is in hell and not having a good time. Slash
The bad
roll
times.
1d4. 4 damage. Goon having bad time, they are bloodied. Next, these two, not seeing their friend, will make their way over to Groog.
Am I currently just spasming it out on the floor?
You are having that premonition, but you are still present in the moment. So you do witness them coming up. And they are both going to attempt to cut at you. All right. That is 2 attacks. Both hit your AC. 3 damage and 3 damage. Okay. Take 3 damage and 3 damage. And then
I'm at 5. I'm at half health.
yeah.
You are now you're now bloodied, yeah.
So, Reinadon, what are you doing?
Oh, very simple. Am I able to run essentially through the dog? Because I don't want to leave the area of a.
I would totally suggest, because this is only a 5-foot movement,
Oh,
jump here,
okay.
and then you
Yeah, there
won't
we go.
ever have to deal with the attack of opportunity, and then just move over here, right?
Silly.
With fire.
You're going to need a
Mhm.
10-foot run up if you want to clear it without making a athletics roll.
Okay.
Because your jump length, because you have an 8 strength and you are tiny, means that you have a maximum 4-foot jump without a running start.
Okay. Hey, Reinadon, you have double movement speed.
Oh, you do? Yes.
Move right here.
All right.
Taylor
perfect.
doesn't care about you. Move right here, and then fucking jump.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Okay. 10. 1, 2.
Squeeze in there. Jump
Okay.
here, so that way you don't
Do, do,
incur
do.
an opportunity attack, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doink. And I still have how many left? I got 25 so far.
You have another 35.
Oh, by all means. Doot, 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 doot,
Or is it?
doot.
It's
45,
doubled, so
dude.
he's got a full 60. So yeah, that's 55 feet. That's fine.
Okay, I go right here. I point my
Alright,
gun at his
beautiful.
kneecap. and I pulled
the
the trigger.
same one you shot.
Oh, and by the way, while the other one,
Okay.
I don't
The
want him
other
going
one.
anywhere. It's like, and right before I do, I grab him by the shirt, put the gun at his kneecap, and I say,
Yeah, I'm about to
Oh.
say he's on fire.
"Ah, damn it! I had to pull him. Why'd you do that?" Shit.
Why'd you do
Shoot
it?
him in the
Have my cool
kneecap.
execution
Actually,
moment.
you know what? This could work. This could work. Okay. You know what? All right, I have an idea. No. No, that won't work. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just shoot him in the kneecap, and I'll just look at him.
One very quickly thing. Irene's going to use shield wall to give the awful uncle +5 to his AC.
Let's see. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Okay, I forgot to ask. Do I know anything about this robot? Is this a robot from my dad's company, or
It appears to be a robot from your desk company. You can make an engineering check.
I want to make an engineering check because I have a
Absolutely.
feeling if my dad made this, he probably wanted me to be safe. So maybe there's like a code word that maybe I'll know. I got a 10.
Baseline, what you know. This is definitely a robot from the Kainala Automaton Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And you have seen similar designs. You think from what you remember, you saw designs similar to this. This one seems like it has been specifically designed to tailor to kids. As you look at it, it almost looks like it's supposed to man like a candy store or something.
Taylor to Kids has a fucking Gatling gun for an arm.
You see that the Gatling gun is actually connected to a to a little like glass dome on the like forearm full of gumballs. Hence the term Gatling breakers.
That's good.
And then as she looks over to you, I will also say the Gatling component seems like retrofitted. So that is about all you can ascertain is that it looks like it is something that your father might have designed, but it looks altered.
Okay, so essentially, I don't know the code word.
You wouldn't know a code word, no.
Damn it. All right.
That's fair.
However, you don't know if you kill your uncle, this thing will still attack you.
All right. I still aim for the kneecap. That's a 12.
12? Okay. I believe with Irene's assistance, she puts her hand over your uncle, and
Use your lucky number.
while she does,
Oh, yeah, lucky number.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
true.
that. Thank you, Nevi. Thank
So
you for
that's-
reminding me. I love you.
13 plus 5, I think.
So that's 18. Shit, yeah.
18, beautiful. Okay, and then this might actually be important because I don't know how much AC Degri has off the top.
Mm-hmm.
12 plus 5,
17.
17.
That
hit.
by one. Let's go.
I'm assuming it goes
Poetry.
right between
Poetry.
its fingers.
Okay, so this is something hilarious. He would have been able to use parry, but he cannot see you because he's on fire.
There you
and
go.
you came around the side. So you are actually perfect in the range. So, yes, you have free reign to create your attack.
Okay. I shoot him in the leg to cripple him. The other leg, obviously.
Okay, absolutely.
That's a 10.
Holy
oh,
shit.
12 damage.
That's 12 damage.
Oh, let's go.
Describe to me how you kill your uncle.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
I shoot him once in the kneecap while he falls down to the ground.
Absolutely. He's prone.
I look at him and I say, you know, it's funny. This is almost exactly like my parents' death. Fire everywhere. You begging for your life. Do you want to know what was the last sound I heard from my mom and dad when you fucking killed them? What it sounded like?
He looks up to you with sting.
I shoot him in each of his lungs.
Oh.
When the poison went through their system and made them choke on their own blood, it sounded something like that.
And then he falls dead. Lifeless.
Goodbye, Uncle.
Bleeding out. permanently.
Look forward to laughing at you as I go up while I watch you die in hell.
I'm gonna spend my last Regnomancy for Siege here.
Mhm.
Big Dog walks over to the lifeless corpse of his uncle and pees on him.
I knew you were gonna say that.
As the fire
Fire goes
extinguishes.
out.
Can I make a bonus action?
Sure.
I pet it. Good dog.
Yeah, good dog. That's a free object interaction, baby. That's not even a fucking bonus.
but I'm tripping balls over here.
Next up, Irene, on her turn, is going to fire her Gatling breakers, which fire no one, and she goes, oh well. And then, still on fire, but not really noticing anything, will turn around and say, ah, I see that you still shot my master. Well then, I suppose that makes you my new master. Hello.
Ooh.
Powerful ally.
Hey, could you do me a favor? Could you dip yourself in the water a little?
No.
You're kind of
Oh.
on fire.
Oh, I see. And you will see her walk into the water and not even be able to be dragged by the current because she's too wide to fit through the gap.
Like
And
fucking
you just see-
Godzilla right after
Yeah,
blowing up a city.
You see she's just smiling at you, looking at you, while she's on fire on the top half and extinguished now on the bottom.
Fucking
I
terrifying.
like this, master. You
Fucking
seem nice.
terrifying. Thank you. Damn, you're fucking terrifying. Could you dip your head down too? You seem to be, and I motion like my hand over my face. You seem to also be pretty flaming on the head
She
area.
built different.
Can I-
myself?
You said the other one was a free action. Can I also do one last free action? Or another bonus
No,
action?
Yeah, it would be a
I-
bonus action.
I pet the robot on the head. Good robot.
As
You
you
can
see,
raise
her
your head up
speakers do
now.
not seem to work too well underwater.
You can raise your head up now.
Understood. She smiles at you. She seems slow, but you have received Irene as your companion.
Oh, what do you know? It's her turn.
Her turn has already been taken by transferring ownership. That ends her turn, meaning that it is Bronk up. Deggery is dead now, so I will remove.
I actually
Um,
forgot that Sammy had fucking double movement speed, so I just that's my bad.
Yeah.
That's on me. I've been player advocate, so I haven't been focusing on my own shit.
That's
wait, how
right.
many bullets
Irene
did I
also has
use?
double movement. She considered him a friend the whole time. No.
Shit, I just realized I don't have any idea how many bullets I used. I'm a
3, 4, 5.
okay.
in total
so
so far this
I have
combat.
15. I still have 15. Okay, good.
Okay.
Mm.
Brock will immediately run, grapple, and throw this man into the hole.
Fucking
The pit.
wrestling tackle and shove him into the edge.
Not
Okay,
even
yeah.
tackle. He does this like spin twirl thing where he grabs and spins
Can-
and throws at
Can
the same
Solomon
time.
use reaction help action by consuming her next action?
By fucking tabletopping them? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Um,
fucking yes. Let's go.
All right, so make me an athletics check with advantage from Tackler.
Okay.
From Tackler or Bronk?
Tackler is the one giving the help action.
Oh, okay,
Is
yeah,
what I
I got
said.
you.
So what am I rolling?
Athletics.
22. Look at that.
Yes. So a 22.
Saltman just like sees him doing his thing and is like, "All right, yeah, sports," and fucking kicks his legs right out from under him, and then just lets Bronk do his thing.
You clothesline this fool and toss him off the edge.
Into the hole.
Explain to me how it looks as you straight up just fucking grab this dude by the fucking throat after they fall on the ground and shuck them in the edge.
So he pretty much holds his fucking arm out, runs towards him as you see. What's his name? Tackler?
Tackler, yeah.
Yeah.
Tackler get on hands and knees as he's clotheslined and loses balance over and flips over his arm and just basically just backflips like infinitely into the hole.
And they get smaller. and smaller.
You hear a ka-thunk off the wall as he falls, and then a splash.
Yeah.
I guess that means he'll move over here.
3 deaths down. All right.
And then it will end his turn.
Absolutely. Tackler has used their help action, which means that they have a bonus action and a reaction as well as their movement.
No, I consumed the reaction as well, because it was technically out of turn order. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Just the action. I'll allow you to
that's
use a
fine.
reaction too.
Saltmund is gonna. Yeah, Saltmund is gonna walk up to Poyo and just, I think, stand there. If this guy tries anything, next turn she's gonna kill him, and she might heal him next turn if she has to. I think that's like the only thing she well, no, she has double movement. I didn't really think about Saltmund. You know what? Yeah.
Saltman's like his prior rival, right?
10, 15.
Whose?
Saltmund?
Yeah.
Saltmund is sort of like, yeah, Saltmund sort of hated your guts, but had like a Vegeta thing going with you, I'm pretty sure.
I like to imagine that like she respects the freaking like
Yeah.
the
okay,
fight
so
going on right now.
5,
Yeah, absolutely.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, 30. No, yeah, she's just gonna move right here. And she's no need for the double movement speed, and get ready to support Groog.
Don't forget as well that if you have a bonus action still, you can touch Groog and give them 1d4 worth of HP with a belief die.
All right, she's gonna use resource 1. She has 5 of them. She's gonna use 1 of her belief dice and bonus action heal him for 1d4. 3 damage healed.
Hey.
Groog, heal 3
And
damage.
back up to half.
Yeah.
Epic. All right. Everyone's movement bonuses are now done. And Bernard, the floor again. Oop.
Okay. Hold
Okay,
on.
there.
I'm just getting this
just
space
figuring
measured out.
Mm-hmm.
30 feet. Use the effect of Defender. He's going to target the Tailor. The Tailor has disadvantage on attack rolls. And against Poyo.
All right, so the next attack that the Tailor makes will be at disadvantage.
Let's take a breather.
Yeah. Take a breather. All right.
Everybody,
All allies.
use
Yeah,
one
you
hit
wanna
die
say-
to heal.
Yo!
All allies within earshot. You may instantaneously spend 1 hit die.
Heal up, boys and girls.
Mine's a 1d12, right?
Yes. And you have 1 hit point.
Oh,
1 hit
max
dice, yes.
HP.
2.
You already got healing. You're fine.
That's still 5 healing altogether in one like two turns.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. He's just that fat.
You feel your shoulder.
He just, for some reason, now is just even more hungry.
Oh, these calories are getting burned. I'm hungry.
It
all
feels
right.
like my stomach is now empty.
I'm gonna eat that fucking cat.
All right.
Beautiful. That was a
And
great
that is
turn. All right.
Bernard's turn, yeah.
So wait, hold on. That was a
Spirit Bomb, right?
reaction when he comes in and a bonus action.
No, Bernard can use this Oh, it is a reaction. I'm sorry. That's my
So
bad.
if you want to make a swipe at like the guy next to you as well, you
Yeah,
can
he's
do
gonna
that.
definitely attack this dude, so let's do it.
Mhm.
So slash
1d20 plus 5.
16 hit.
16 hits. Roll me damage. 1d10 plus 3.
I don't very much like the tone of your voice.
Also decapitates you. No, so you slash into them. They describe to me how you deal all but 1 hit point of damage on this goon.
I imagine that he gets over. He's like, all right, heal up, and then he turns to this guy. He's like, oh, you're still alive. And he buries the halberd deep into the guy's shoulder, rips it out, and then he looks. He goes to him and he goes, on.
Killed most of you last time, so I suppose it's your turn. And then just fucking. All right.
Basically.
Beautiful. So, next is Charlemagne. So, first, as a bonus action, she will hold out her hand that had the rapier, and it will return to it.
Oh, that's sick.
Next, she will look up to Bunny and say, I should probably help with that. And as a...
She sees Bunny, like, just her eyes darting around looking for this fucking vampire.
As an action, she... Or not as an action, sorry. As a... As a free action, she's going to try and look around to see the now fogged vampire trying to hide amongst the smoke. Plus perception.
Come on,
so
Charlemagne.
6.
Come on, Charlemagne.
21.
Yeah.
Charlemagne looks around where you are and says, young one, there, and will point out a conspicuously dark cloud of fog right next to you.
Okay.
He is now 30 feet up and about to encroach onto your space. As a result of seeing her, or seeing this creature, Charlemagne will say, when he becomes humanoid, I will make it easy for you, huh?
She just smiles wide, her fucking teeth glinting in the light.
Oh, this is fun, eh? And then will
She
hold
smiles
her
wider.
action. She will hold her action until the now fogged up Tarrant is in humanoid form to cast a spell.
Okay.
Next up is Big Dog, the most important fighter in this game.
Mount him.
Unlike
Ride him. Like a horse.
Wait, can I do that?
Have him pick you up.
You can mount creatures that are larger than you, yeah.
All right. I mount him.
All right. You are now on a steed. Steed 5e. I believe your movement and his movement are now the same.
This feels like a Roald
Yeah.
Dahl book.
Also, I want to say currently Reinadon is grinning ear to ear ever since he heard the last breath of his uncle, and now he is somehow smiling just a little bit wider.
Got to ride a dog. Also killed my uncle, I guess, but mostly get to ride a dog.
I feel like a kid in the candy store, and there's a dead guy here.
Still sort of
Oh
choking
shit,
on
you're
his own
still
blood.
not. Oh wow, the
But he's
gods
still-
really.
he's still bleeding out.
man. I mean, the gods really are making.
He doesn't have
making
death saving throws, but you know that he is dying.
He just he just looks, and again smiles just a little deeper.
So Big Dog, since it's not your turn, Big Dog just like grabs you in its mouth and puts you on its back. What is Big Dog gonna do now?
How far can he go again?
Big Dog has 50 feet of movement.
All right, let me try to get. Okay, 15 feet of movement.
50. 50.
Oh, 50. That's right. 1, 2, and then 3.
Yeah, you jump over easy.
4, 5.
This is a solid obstruction.
You could
Yeah,
jump
I'm just going
up
here.
You could jump up here and get ready to help shoot the vampire.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You climb, so that's technically 45 feet. But I'll give you a climbing speed of twice. I do think that you would still have enough movement to get up to that. So you leap onto this little like series of weird terrain, jump on top. As you step on this, by the way, you notice that it is chalk brim with very flammable alcohol. You just hear the clinking of bottles as you jump on top of it and then come around. The fire spreads. This goon is having a hard time getting the fire out and is definitely dead now. One thing you do hear is as the fire rages at the top of the round, all of you hear,
Oh dear, what is that? What is, help, anyone help?
as sounds of voices that don't appear to be goonish come from inside that tent.
Oh no, Groog, what have we done?
Shit.
We're tied up, please help us,
Damn
please.
it.
Oh no.
All right, it is Barry's turn. Full health in a dream.
Let's go, Barry. You got this.
Okay. What can I do? Can I do this as a bonus action? Oh, no, that won't work.
That's
It's
alright.
just not gonna work at all. So we're gonna go with one hit, 22,
Oh,
and we're gonna go with another hit, 6.
Oh, that's Bernard. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's my bad. I thought it was a.
You're using the right modifier. It's all right. Okay. So a 6 does not hit, but a 22 does.
He lands 5 damage on the tailor again, and after like
Okay.
swinging and missing one, he Barry just kind of looks at him solemnly and he goes, "This is what you wanted, right? You wanted to put innocents in danger. All your other allies have fallen. It's just you and some creepy guy who looks like a fucking shrub. Is that really what you want? You really want to die on this hill?"
Not really, kid. I'll be honest, I was hired to help deal with some trained combatants, and this sucks. But what else am I supposed to do? Listen, I worked so hard to be someone, to do something, and you know what it got me? Sponsorships, money, sure. Heart, adoration, nothing. I got a heel turn. I got phased out. This is all I got now.
who fucking cares? Says Bunny. Excuse.
Do drugs like I'm doing.
Well, maybe it's time you pick up the pieces and get on with life. It's time to keep moving forward and push and do what you need to do. You can't just let your past define who you are.
Yeah, and also I have a gun, so this isn't really looking good for you.
That was really good.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage from your friends.
The power of friendship.
And this gun I found.
Okay, well this is gonna be fun. 3. We're gonna do that one more time.
Come on. Come on. Nat 20.
Advantage. 18. That'll do it. All right. And he's going to make an insight roll. He's upset that he can see that you're telling the truth. As you say that to him, you see he looks through that shaggy hair and the slit in the mask and says, "Kid, you're much better at being a face than I am, huh? Even when you're a heel."
What can I say? I learned it from the best. And he just looks at him.
You fucking flatterer. And he jumps off the edge. You see he pulls out a pick from the side of his vest and aims for the opposite side of the well before saying, "I don't have it to fight you guys, but kick the shit out of my stupid boss for hiring me to fight kids." And you hear as stones skip and he falls down the edge, assumingly escaping. He has left the combat.
Yeah, she's going to use her current action to douse 5 feet of this flame using.
In that case, yes, you see the fire will shrink a tad. It's still half of the doorway, but you think that someone would be able to get through faster.
Veneer brûlée. And the sprites just rush forward and just suck up a bunch of the flame and move back to her. And that's going to be her... Oh, she's going to cast Magic Stone to have some extra ammo for an attack if she needs it. As a
Big and
bonus
true.
action. Yeah,
Alright.
and then she's just going to settle in and wait to use the periapt.
Okay. Next up is Groog. You're in a fight with a bunch of wiggly boys.
To take out the spear and like cut myself with it and throw it. Would that all be doable this turn?
Free object interaction to take it out. Cutting yourself is, I would assume, like a bonus action, and throwing it, I would say, is an action. Yeah. I don't even know if cutting yourself is really a bonus action. I think like that's just also available in the free action.
All right, then I will do just that and throw it at Vampire Man.
All right, just keeping in mind that it is like a cloud of fog right now. So if this attack is,
I forgot I have to rage.
Yes. Well, I mean, you're not using a bonus action.
Oh, then yeah, I'll rage first.
Okay. Use a rage. You go. Rawr! Just keep in mind that there is a 50-50 shot that it will do damage because it is a thing of mist, but you're not sure if the blood will affect him. It is still worth a try, though. I'm just hedging your expectations.
Just to get away from danger. Can I just move it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opportunity attack. That'll be 2 attacks against you. First one hits, and the second one doesn't.
He has
Okay.
resistance if it's piercing.
That's
He's in
true. 1d4 plus 1. So you take 1 damage. Or, no, 2 damage, yeah. 2 piercing damage, but you are relatively unscathed.
I'll hold action until he turns back.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
So reaction, turn back, and attack.
The attack is going to be made with the javelin covered in your blood, or is it going to be made with your own other weapons?
With the javelin covered in blood.
Gotcha, okay. You got it. I just want to make clear. At the start of the next turn, I roll again. 1d20. For context, anything lower than a 3 now is bad for you. You have a 4 DC now. Tarrant comes out of his mist form, and all the reactions go off. So, firstly, the moment that he turns into a regular humanoid from the thing, you see he seems to have, like, gone towards lunging at you with his claws, almost. This, like, terrifying Babadook-looking motherfucker, just about to, sprawl himself at you, Bunny, and wring your neck. Charlemagne, who held her action to cast a spell, will use... one moment.
Hold fucking person?
Hold person.
Yup.
Something tells me he's not very wise.
Well, I mean, he chose to fight you guys, so...
Yeah.
You fuck with the
Bunch of
wrong
kids, how
orphans.
could I be any trouble?
Now you're gonna get some street fucking justice.
Everyone knows you
Plus
don't
2.
fuck with orphans.
I'll never not to do it.
So...
I also want to bring up the fact that I still have a gun. The great
Yes.
equalizer. Like,
So you see this vampire man, terrifying, turn into a human again after being turned into this dark black smog. And then the moment he turns into a person, he goes, hurt! As a spectral chain shoots out from Charlemagne's rapier tip and holds him in place. Not literally though, because he's falling 30 feet down.
Oh
Um,
no!
Oh shit.
So,
Boy, gravity
first,
sure is fun, ain't it?
First, before he falls, who's using reactions? I believe Groog, you're throwing a javelin. Did you want to attack him as well, or did you not? I think you were saving your reaction for
Yeah, when we transform back.
when he transferred back. Yeah.
He's
Sure.
falling onto the alcohol, guys.
Yes.
Oh no.
Who's wait? I might have misheard. The bad
Okay.
guy?
Yes,
right
the
here.
bad guy is
Oh,
falling
okay.
onto the alcohol.
Oh,
This is-
okay.
let-
Oh,
let the
Save people,
reactions
by
go.
the way.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna use catapult on my turn to throw the alcohol at him, but sure, this works.
We still have to save people from a burning building.
You guys are really. It's really important that you beat up this vampire mob boss, though. To be
If
honest.
if we don't, he's
Yeah.
gonna fuck us up. Like actually,
Yeah, we don't really have a choice.
Bunny can or not bonus action, can action shrink that fire every turn. It's okay if she has to.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I have frostbite and that's a cantrip, so I could just tell the fire to fuck off.
That's true.
True. You have 55
all right.
movement speed too.
Groog,
Yeah.
make me a javelin attack.
14. I will use
Okay.
a lucky if that doesn't hit.
14 actually meets his armor class, which hits.
Nice.
So, you fucking chuck this thing after you bleed on it, you spit on the tip a little bit, and it's the spear tip of this javelin is glimmering, and it's weird. You don't see that much of this weird stardust on the actual javelin, but it's gleaming, it's bright. It's so weirdly bright as you throw it at the gentleman. Please describe how it hits him. What is the damage? I should ask first.
5.
So 5 plus radiant becomes 10.
Nice.
So minus 10. He looks worse for wear. All right, and then as you all hit him, he slams into the middle of this giant pile of alcohol, splattering a bunch of very flammable material all over him.
Does the javelin add momentum so he doesn't do that?
Do you want
I
to
don't
keep him
think
from
so.
hitting it?
Yes.
Okay. I will say in that case, as you, if you're intending to javelin him, you can also just like uphand as he's falling down towards you and like impale him, which in that case would stop him from slamming down into it with enough force to break the bottles.
Nice.
Okay.
That said, he is still going to take fall damage because every 10 feet fallen is unfortunate. 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So that'll be 3d6. Only 4 damage as he slides a little too forcefully onto your fucking pole arm. That said, he is a lot worse for wear. Goon may not be that big an issue, but the DC is 4. Nothing yet. They're going to attack Bernard with their 1 HP.
Stop it. I'm gonna try and kill you.
They whiff. Bernard spits in their eye and they scream. Next up is the other crew. Oh, this guy's also dead from fire damage. I don't know if that was clear. 19. Both of them deal damage to batter. 5 and 5. Oh, God. Tackler takes 10 points of damage.
Damn.
And 3.
And she's down.
No, not damage.
Oh.
That's what rolls when we turn over to Reinadon's turn.
Oh.
All of you hear rumbling. Groog, you feel the javelin that's impaled on this awful vampiric man. It's almost glowing like a radiant fucking flame out of his chest. It's crazy. As the source of whatever caused this weird attack is right here. And from the ceiling above this basin, you hear,
I've come to take back my toy!
and smashing through is a gigantic, fucking monumental, multicolored, like, it's a brick, but it's also wood carved tower, with these large parapets and terrifying twists. As from the center, you see a little girl none of you have met yet. A strange little girl with a crown made of glowing yellow light and a magic wand in the shape of a star. As she lands in the middle of the arena.
What? Holy shit.
All of you are bad people who took my parents, and I'm going to beat you up.
Well, I'm out.
You stole my toy, too.
As she points at Groog, who is holding, not really holding, but just like carrying 12, the doll. You
No,
stole
I ate
her
its
toy.
brain.
I don't like it when people eat my toys' brains. They're stupid. They need them.
You're stupid.
I think
You're
like,
stupid!
For a moment, as this exchange happens, Bunny looks at her, looks at these people, and thinks back to the sounds of the two people in the hut. You did say there were like two people screaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something just clicks in her mind, and she looks at Bernard. We need speed. And then looks over to Barry and just yells, "Her parents are in the hut. Go save them!" To Barry.
As you're also like sort of eyeing the door, she'll wave her wand and say,
Nuh-uh. You can't leave until you say you're sorry for taking my toys and beating them up.
I'm sorry for taking your toys and beating them up.
Not good enough.
and you'll see she points her wand and a little toy dragon falls out of the ceiling. And then grows, ready to attack once you guys get there.
Before we do any of this bullshit, how about this? And I take out Beb. I have a replacement toy for you. More than my favorite toy. It's kind of priceless to me, but seems like you may have a better use for him than I have. I've been neglecting him this entire time, and I feel like maybe he deserves a better home.
Roll me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Ooh. Is there
Can
any
I
way I can
use
help
luck?
him with
Can
advantage?
I use 2 luck points
yeah.
for double advantage?
Well, if you use a luck point, you would have to replace the lower of the one. So, 15, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to use a luck point?
Yes. Fuck. 13. So 15.
With a 15.
I hold it up.
How badly do I want to keep you guys here longer? You see, she seems swayed by someone offering a toy. However, from her eyes, you don't think this is enough.
I want more. I
Okay.
want more toys.
All right. I have funny toys that make you see things.
Is it a toy like this?
And you see she points her wand, and a giant block falls on these two goons and kills them instantly.
Oh,
Shit! Holy fucking shit!
I've kind of been picking at it for like a couple years now, and it's just like not ending. So it's kind of infinite at this point.
I'm gonna make my dragon fight you until you give me enough toys.
And Reinadon, it is your turn. Oh, sorry. I need you to share it with me.
I think
Reinadon,
Mhm.
what is the toy that you're going to offer her if you were going down that route?
Give me a second. Shit. Like hell, that's the last thing I have from my father. I'd sooner shoot her with it than give it to her.
I am giving away the one friend that I fucking had when I was alone. I think you can give away a fucking gun.
Can I get a stealth check
Uh,
from you so that she doesn't hear you talking about a gun?
Oh no.
oh shit.
Or yeah, no, I guess both of you, huh?
Come on. Ah shit, a 5.
You better hope that she rolls under a 5. Perception. That's a natural 20.
God.
I want the pistol.
Ah, the
Right,
only
right.
thing you're getting. Oh, that's the
Right.
thing. What?
Come on. We have people burning in a fucking house. I don't really give a shit about them, but it's kind of special.
It's the last thing I got of my parents. Okay?
I'm giving away my only fucking friend here.
your parents are dying and all you care about is toys? You selfish little fucking brat?
You're the ones who stole our toys. You stole my toys from my stop. You took your mean old lady. She took them from my parents because they're the only ones that we had. You're the only ones that we had, and you stole them from me, and now I'm going to hurt you.
The one person that did it is hanging on the fucking wall behind us.
She just looks absolutely, like, as disgusted as a 4-year-old can look. Toys don't matter. Your parents are right there. I lost mine. We don't have parents.
Persuasion again. Yeah, absolutely. She's huffing and puffing.
Can I assist by chance?
Yeah, absolutely. She's huffing and puffing, and she's like stomping the ground. But she, as you're all speaking over her, she is absolutely like shutting the fuck up.
Hey, do me a favor. You see that guy? And I point to my uncle's corpse right over there. Yeah, that guy killed my parents. I had to kill him. I literally have no one but these guys now. I've known them for like a month. Your parents are in there. I would do anything. I'd give up everything to see my parents again just for a day, and you're throwing it away for fucking.
Can I roll now?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Roll with advantage.
I have no stake in this conversation.
You killed, like, your, yeah. Yeah.
I don't give a shit about my parents. They're sucked.
They told me what to do.
I beat them to death with hammers.
19.
18. All right. As you say that, she sort of and she throws her magic wand on the ground of her little magic tower, just in a little tantrum. And as she does, you hear it, and immediately, as she is now just floating in the middle of the air.
Funny, reaction, jump to catch.
Yeah. And you recognize that this little girl is straight up about to just fall into nothing.
Okay, reaction, I lock eyes in just that moment with Groog. I drop down for him to catch me and shot put me across the room to catch her.
Athletics, Groog, acrobatics, bunny.
22.
16.
You describe to me how you throw Bunny across to catch this little girl, and then Nevi, describe to me how you catch her.
I think first things first, we see Bunny just immediately, like, take her hands off, and you see her start to, like, slip, and she just launches off the ceiling into Groog's waiting hands.
It's almost instinctual, and for some reason you have no idea why the fuck, like, Groog even cares about any of all this, but it's fucking, he's here now. And you just see, it's almost like he's holding a little chihuahua almost. As you just see it launched about a foot behind his head, chicken winging it with the other hand, and just like almost a football toss overhand. As you like just see Bunny like through the air, like the like G-force against like
She
her face.
immediately, like, you see her drop her crossbow and open her arms wide to catch this girl midair, and just like tackles her, brings her just barely across, and she turns them midair and skids with the girl on top of her, like just on the edge.
As you and her land on this edge, you catch her, you're skidding, and you find a little bit of moss. Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Saving +4. We got this. We got this. We got this. Let's use the lucky die. 14.
You stumble a little bit, you're slipping,
No.
and just as you do, you feel your spider climb kick in. And just below you, as you would have if you had fallen, you actually see the tailor having been crushed by that tower and had been realizing how bad an idea it was to jump into a giant pit. Was going to fall. But you caught yourself before he needed to. I'm glad you're good, kid.
Bunny smiles, and she looks at the little girl, and she's like, "Are you okay?" Tears just streaming down her face.
I want my mommy.
Yeah, speaking of that, are we out of combat?
Shit.
Are we out of combat? Because I'm gonna go take care of that real fast.
Oh shit. Wait.
Encounter ends.
Isn't it still my turn? Can I just go fucking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Frostbite time.
You hit the parents behind the fire. No, it's
Shit.
Fucking, I think as like everyone's just moving around, we just see like Bunny acting just a little more mature, like holding the girl as best as she can.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We'll get your mom.
The little girl who hugs her parents, who had been tied up by this gang apparently. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna freeze frame as we go around. We see these two goons who were dead in front of Tackler and had given her a new core memory.
Tackler doesn't have a core memory. We just see her like covered in blood, screaming, "Smart, smart, smart, smart!"
A true Blood Bowl player.
We see the little girl running to her parents as she almost steps on the iron pick that's keeping the tailor in the corner. He avoids eye contact with Barry, who's coming around, awaiting what will happen next. We see Barry himself as he's rounding up and putting out the last of the fire, who is specifically waving it away. Tell me, what is it that you guys are doing as the whole thing rounds out slowly?
I'm gonna eat another piece of jerky.
As it fucking ends, I think Bunny, just like out of pure fucking relief that the little girl is okay, she took not a single bit of damage this entire fight. She is completely fine physically. She is absolutely exhausted emotionally, and you guys just see her fall flat on her back and pass the fuck out. She's clocked out for the rest of this interaction.
As
I'm gonna add a little bit to mine actually. So before Groog curiously takes a bite of another jerky, he does actually hand Beb to the girl.
Beb, all right, yeah, you hand this little girl a rock, and she says, "Pistol now," and her parent says, "No," as she's held against them, but she does still hold on to the rock.
And I'll tell her, look, the only reason I really care in the fact that I'm even giving this to you
is the reason why I did what I did with my parents is because they took away my favorite toy. This thing I'm handing you right now.
And then I'll eat the piece of jerky and walk away.
Oh my god, he learned his
ugly.
lesson?
No, he learned absolutely nothing. All he did was just, I get it, walks away.
As she whimpers about how ugly Beb is, she's still keeping it.
Well,
Charlemagne, seeing her young friend, walks around using spider climb, dangling him off the edge. You all realize this guy's got several concussions and like dents in his brain that are roughly flail sized. As she just haphazardly throws him into the ocean.
At least make sure he's dead.
you know the funny thing is that it's a running current. I don't think he can come back from that.
You do also
Yeah, he's a full
recognize,
vampire.
yeah, he's got a fucking gaping hole in his chest already, and he's going into running water. One of the weaknesses of the vampires that keep them from being able to go forward.
Kill though.
His
So,
like
okay,
when I say his brain is dented in, he doesn't have an upper height like side of his head. It also stops their regeneration.
Exactly.
So like they just straight up have like a high amount of viscosity.
Think about it. Think about it like this. Think about it like this. Running water, it can get in the way of certain types of magic, and a vampire's magic particularly, similar to certain types of fae. Running water completely grounds all of their magic and makes it impossible for them to use it. So he cannot regenerate. He's literally just gonna die under the ocean because they can't swim.
You hear a kaplunk and a as you specifically see Charlemagne go, I'm pretty sure that type of vampire treats running water as acid. So that's not great for them. As she like shoves off a little shoulder pad onto like a little cord and picks a bunny up onto her shoulder, sort of cradling her as she sleeps.
So I hate to
Barry, yeah.
I hate to rush everybody, but what are we gonna do about 12 here?
As you say that, you see 12 starting to glimmer a little bit on the back of Groog's carrying case.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Groot,
God.
Groot, get her off of you! Get her off of you!
I don't think anything's happening. Oh wait, there we go. As she turns into a regular automaton again. And then the first thing she does is give Groog a big hug.
Oh.
You did real good, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, you grumpy pants. She'll pat Bunny on the back as she's sort of snoozing to fest. She'll come around to
Bunny
Poyo
just
and-
mutters and is like, I
Wait,
love you,
but-
12.
What happens when I eat the jerky though?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
You see 12 come over and give you a pat on the shoulder as well. What's the nickname now? You change it every week.
I think I'm done with the nicknames. I think it's time I finally go around telling everyone who I really am. You know?
Well, hey, I still got you a new mask, so
We-
excited for that at least.
We hear in the corner, his uncle is still bleeding out and, and drowning on his own blood.
Irene is just staring down at him as he's catching on fire longer and longer. That's strange. And you see 12 comes over to you, Reinadon, and says, everything okay, buddy?
You know, I knew it wouldn't feel any better. And I was dead fucking wrong. I'm on the top of the moon, bitch. Fuck you.
Language.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
I'm
you.
just very excited.
High five for murder.
Murder's a strong word for what. Actually, murder's a soft word for what I did to him. I eviscerated that man.
You tortured a guy.
Yeah, he deserved it.
I mean, hey, if they deserved it, that's the orphan code. I mean, hey, yeah.
What about that one goon that's still alive that's right there by Gronk?
He's
Yeah,
he's
that-
straight up like been sitting on this for a little bit and just like
just so sweet, man, you know? And Gronk's like punching the shit out of him. Like he's missing, but he's trying to punch the shit out of him. And then
I think
Yeah.
since he's stopped and he's just crying, I think at this point Tackler recognizes what's happened and she's like, I don't want another death on our hands, and she just goes over to heal the poor guy.
As the night ended and the mysterious cropping ups of various toy monsters disappeared the moment that the combats ended all across Interim, tonight was known as one of the strangest short weeks in long memory. After some investigation, it was found out that the young Penelope Brightskies and her parents of a small, beautiful, and quaint toy shop had apparently run for bankruptcy until one Agatha Scowell agreed to a term wherein she would buy every toy in the shop in order to settle their rent and allow them ownership of their building. However, a series of coincidences that turned out to be quite the hassle to convince Penelope of, you found that there were no real criminals in this besides the ones that were in the sewers after Penelope had, quote-unquote, sent her parents to a bad timeout, quote-unquote. The decompression was a long, long time, but eventually, once all of the damage was fixed, once all of the proper people were sent away, a few months later, about even, you would say, half a year later, after the celebration of Short Week, all of you got to receive some gifts. And those gifts were odd. Bunny, you're still just a kid, but what did 12 get you for your gift? And what did you do after this strange short week?
I think 12 got me a new robe. She's one of the few people that knows that Sammy hates, absolutely hates polka dots. And it's a little big. She's gonna have to grow into it. In fact, it's far too big. But it's this dark, beautiful dark blue robe that's perfect for a stealthy type like Samantha. I think we see, like, just for that moment, we see Sam, like, giving her a hug, and Charlemagne, like, standing behind Sammy during this. And then we see another scene of, like, of Charlemagne, like, talking with Samantha, and both of them just talking. We don't know what's being said, but we know it's important. And then we see a farewell scene where Samantha and Charlemagne are on the docks, and Groog and Barry and everyone is there, even 12, just bidding her adieu, as she's, as far as she's concerned, no longer an orphan. She's found a place. She's off to become a silver sovereign. Or not a silver sovereign, a sunless sovereign. Does anybody want to say anything as she leaves? Is Grogu crying? Ah.
Thank you.
I'll always remember you guys. I love you.
She says, smiling, a little tear coming out of her head.
Reinadon's actively holding back tears.
I'll never forget you guys. I love you.
I'm gonna miss you, but I'm glad you finally found your place. You know.
She nods and, like, she looks up at Charlemagne, and she just smiles, oh so sharply, oh so widely.
You don't see it, but you imagine a similarly sharp smile is returned to you through the helmet.
Mm-hmm. And I think
Come on, we have to make the actual boat, or else we will be late.
when she
I'll
jumps
hand
up
them
on... Go ahead.
the platform backpack.
Oh, by the way, before you go,
This is size for a child.
Charlemagne, I got a question.
I know what I'm doing.
What's
I'm gonna walk away.
what's under your mask?
My mask?
Yeah.
Oh, my helmet. Hold on, let me get. And you see, she makes her way underneath an alleyway, so that she doesn't like expose her face to light, and she lifts it up, and you see a face identical to Dakota Fanning. I prefer to have the mask on because it makes me more scary.
Scary?
Scary. I have a speech
Scary.
impediment. Stop.
Yeah, you know that
Okay,
makes
okay,
sense.
my bad.
You know that makes sense.
Anyway, bye. Then she clunk.
I want to come with.
You can't.
Shit, you want to
can't-
come in?
Wait. Huh.
I don't see why not.
Kinda.
Is that all right with you? She looks over to Bunny.
Just
She nods.
All right,
but-
let's get 2 Silverless Sovereigns. Awesome.
Hey, I know you guys are gonna go, but could you make sure to pass by my new mansion someday soon? Now that my uncle's gone, all my estates are back to me, and I'd love to have a great big old party with you guys. No villains, no fighting. I mean, maybe a little fighting if Groog wants, but
This platform backpack will require upgrades soon.
yeah, trust me, I'll have that thing fitted with the best magic tech that we can find. It'll
Buddy
even have
just
cup
looks at
holders.
Charlemagne. Shrugs.
I have cup holders now, says Irene.
Yes, you do, Irene. We need to get
Why
This
do I
is
have
great.
these, Master?
to hold cups.
Ah,
oh my god.
I thought that was pretty self-explanatory, but all right.
I don't know what cups are.
Things we drink from. Don't worry about it.
Ah.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to drink. You're fine.
Drink. She nods.
Oh wait. Really fast. Irene, could you open up that Gatling gun real fast? I kind of want to give my friends some candy before they go. As a little
All right.
sweet treat
As
before they
as a goodbye, as the the 3 of them now, I suppose, go off into the distance on a boat. A celebratory hail of gobstoppers, which don't get me wrong, hurt. Like they're just pelting you with hail of candy, but it's very multicolored and honestly quite beautiful as you all wave goodbye to the mid-July interim.
I guess it is true. You can taste the rainbow.
We just see Bunny chewing on 5 of them.
Very the world's different now. The tailor, even though you did capture him technically, you did hear news that he seemingly accepted the incarceration and has since been remaining within confinement, but he has stayed within the city. And as you have come around Barry, Bernard actually has offered you a space as another orphan captain.
I think if you asked me a month ago, I probably would have taken it, but I think I realized I got a lot more to do. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna help you guys out. I don't have too much time left. I'm only gonna be around for maybe like another month or 2. I've gotten to the point where I'm barely classified as a kid. You remember meeting me initially? I was like 2 inches off the ground.
Scrawny. Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm taller than you. How about that?
I can fix that, he says as he cracks a knuckle.
You know, maybe we could do that later, but I think
Aight,
for
fuck it.
now, we gotta find somebody. I think for now, I gotta go my own way. I touched something inside of me that I didn't realize I could do while in the caves. I don't know if you saw, but
We see him just chomping on some fucking nuts while he's talking.
like I don't know if you saw, but I I like literally turned into like a bolt of lightning. That shit was cool.
It was pretty sick.
As a matter of fact, I've been trying to do it again, and I can't. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, if you need help trying to figure that out, I'm sure we could send you somewhere that's good. Upside of being an interim port is that you got a lot of places to go.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop helping you guys. I'll be around, helping you out as needed, and of course, if you need any places to like get away from, you know, any points over to like the constabulary.
Yeah, you're on like the rooftops, and you point over and you just see another fire that somehow spontaneously occurred while you
You
guys
hear
weren't even
Claudman
there.
screaming, "Orphans!"
God, he blames us for everything, but I'm pretty sure that's his cooking.
I'm pretty sure he's just bad at using the stove. Yeah. Either way.
But
What'd you get
now-
for short week?
I got a new mask, but he puts it on. He's like, as nice as it is, I think I've kind of outgrown the idea of having a grandiose persona. But I'll keep it
Yeah.
because I think it suits me.
I got no ice skates, but they're a size too small for me.
I think I might know somebody who might be able to work those out for you.
What is the new mask that Barry wears around town look like?
I think it's purple. It is purple. It is decorated. It has horns at the very like ends of it. And it almost seems like it's the head of a dragon.
That's fucking wicked. Hell yeah. As we do pull out of the area though, we see the constabulary still raging on fire, and you actually hear the sound of another kid who's managed to take his place in your ranks as a new scamp who sets things on fire. There's always a new wrestler, there's always a new something or other. You even found out that there were a group of kids who were intending to find you at one point, and as you ended up working through the rubble, you found yourself having to battle off several opponents before actually being able to leave the place. What becomes of Barry?
I think as a going away present, he teaches all those kids everything he knows about wrestling.
Your most
a
bright student
Yeah.
won a Hyper Dragon 5000 takes your words to heart.
Hyper Dragon Thesaurus 5000.
Yes.
He doesn't know what thesauruses are, he just thinks it's cool.
I'm just imagining throughout this entire sequence, you just hear, "Don't you
Forget about
me."
Yeah.
I think after that, Barry takes the ferry off to I want to say Kame. He goes to Kame in search of no, actually no, he would go to what's
Go
it
to
called?
Ruheim, I think.
Yeah, Ruheim. He'd go to Ruheim
There's a lot of religious and monkish orders over there.
to search what his true potential is. Eventually
Absolutely.
finding a monastery and learning to channel the latent abilities within his blood, that of a plasma dragon.
Fucking wicked, man.
Yeah.
Groog.
Yes.
As you did intend to hitch a ride with Bunny and with Charlemagne, this scene actually takes place a little before saying goodbye to her. As you find yourself walking through a field, sort of alone. It reminds you of the path that it took for you to get to this place, and after this great adventure, you're still helping sort of pull together the pieces of the city after several giant toy monsters that were far too large a budget for us to show on this podcast wrecked their way through the city.
Podcast.
Yeah, podcast. Podcast. You just cut that over, what I said.
I will.
You look out over the cows who you consistently fed that beef jerky. After you ate that jerky, when Penelope lost her powers after snapping her little magic wand, you really lost the ability to have those visions using the sparkles. That they just disappeared. Funny enough, though, you retained your powers, which only led you to try and figure out on long nights where you had nothing better to do just what you were able of doing if you took enough time. And tell me, what does Groog want to do when he grows up?
I think it would be only fair that he would eventually, like, if he's part of like a ship, or if like he's part of this like new group, that he'd end up being like the cook for them somehow.
That's great.
Becomes the head chef for the fucking Sunless Sovereigns. I love that.
As you look over the horizon at the many cows who have done nothing to you, and yet you've still fed them, not their kin, turns out actually. You fed them witch flesh. You smile thinking about possible new things that you could feed to weirdos. And
One of their eyes glows.
as you smell smoke on the wind, you look over and see a cow with glowing eyes that appears to be lightly floating in the air. And then another one starts to float. And then all of them start to float.
Oh my god.
They fly
And
off
as the cows
majestically
moo-
into the sky.
As the cows moo and float, they don't fly away, but they do float. They start humming.
Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh my god.
To a weird cosmic club music. When you first had a hard time having those meditations, you forgot. You could just snort more magic shit. Groog would later be known as one of the greatest terrors on the sea. And then, lastly, Reinadon, what do you do when all your friends are gone?
I decide to go back to my home. Proper home. I remember my butler. Shit, I don't remember my butler's name. Fuck.
Expecting to see your uncle, your butler comes to the door and would welcome you with open arms.
I'd hug him as if I'm hugging my dad. And I'm crying.
Irene sort of pats you both on the head.
I'm home. I'm home. I miss you so much. You're the only thing left.
No, that's not the case, is it? No, the two of us are the only ones that are left, eh? Oh, three now, I guess. He looks over at the giant towering robot.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's get you something to eat, eh?
Yeah, I'm here. I pull out the gun like nonchalantly.
Holy shit! Okay, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
You will scoot that out from your hands.
Here's the bullets also, and also sorry 5 are missing. They're currently in that, and I point, and I meant to say this earlier, but I wanted Eileen to like be carrying the corpse of my uncle.
Yes, Irene just throws down a stinking cloth bag and goes, "This is
Yeah.
my old master."
Yeah, he's there's a reason why I'm back home. I forgot to mention. He's dead. That's him in there.
Aye. Well,
Look, I know I hated him from the bottom of my heart, but fam, you don't get to choose some of your family, unfortunately. I mean, sometimes you do, but there's some that you kind of. And I'm like imagining a flashback to one of the few times that like he was like a toddler and the uncle saw him fall down and he just naturally like decided to pick him back up again, and it's like there was a hint of humanity in him, but whatever that was, it was gone forever. And I don't know, he's just, as he's thinking about that, Whatever was left of him deserves to at least be buried next to my folks, even if the rest of him doesn't.
That sounds good.
And then I pretty much just take over the company with my butler's help and essentially Bruce Wayne that shit.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
The
And then I'm like imagining years later, like in the end credits, it's like, oh, I've actually been thinking of expanding some of my territory. Oh, where would you think to put some? You ever hear of this island called Helvera?
we see the four of you each on your own paths, some closer to each other than others, but the majority of the time that you spent after this very engaging weekend, they coalesced in a different path. And the fact that all of you got to know each other we cut to one more place. A small bedroom. We see in the attic
Still
of
can't see.
Princess's castle
Oh, there we go. Okay, we can see now.
Okay, yeah, just really small.
a little girl
pretty average size.
with a new
Sorry.
wooden star wand, now fake, open this door and into a trashed but still toy-filled little girl's bedroom. She looks around, seeing all of the toys that were once animated, now limp and lifeless on the floor. And she looks out the window to somewhere else that isn't Interim. Her windows that have been taken to a new plane, where she ended up meeting the aspect of the magic wand that 12 the Traveled had accidentally given to her. And she says,
I wonder if I'll see you again.
sits on her bed. And out in the distance somewhere, the aspect of wonder is a strange thing. It grants a wish to anyone who finds one of its relics. One found a book that gave them everlasting knowledge. Another
I don't know who this is.
gave a little girl the power to get back at the rotten adults that stole her toys. And with every wish, this aspect of wonder grows stronger. The aspect of wonder wonders if it will ever meet any of you four again. And that is where we will end Interim Game. Canonically, here are some other epilogues that do or don't need to be in the end of this. Constable Codman moves to a house in the forest where he gets constantly pestered by the fairies every day and starts screaming about them instead. Kingsley, Charlie, and the other captains of Interim alongside Bernard all end up becoming rather famous adventurers over their time and life. Pincher ends up murdered somewhere in an unnamed hotel with a lemon crammed down his throat. Penny found herself a other series of masters and ended up becoming a rather prolific adventurer herself. The one lumberjack that Bunny bit pretty fucking hard in the chest lived to the next week, where he got subsequently hit by a car.
Oh, not our fault. Not my problem.
The Fae ended up actually flourishing and grew even more deep in trust with the local economy,
Boo.
alongside gaining the ability to constantly pester their new in-house neighbor, Constable Codman, which did end up sort of subduing their mischievousness with the others who would enter their domain. The one goon who survived that encounter ended up actually writing about something mysterious and strange, because honestly, the idea of a rooster
fighting like dark magic users. Really inspired something weird and cool
God
in the
damn
idea.
it.
What name works
Mr.
best? Cock Wizard, maybe. That'd be interesting.
Oh, motherfucker. It all comes full circle.
Alvin Juice, the Garfield guy, also got indicted because he was the one who drove the car that hit the lumberjack. Mr. Large Largo and the Nothing Sandwich Catering Company took over after the very, very nice Mrs. Scowl ended up passing away in a peaceful tone a few years after the incidents, and left her estate to the various helpers who let her live a full life after the long, long period that it took. Interim becoming much better for the entirety of all those who would enter the bureaucracy of the world. Charlemagne would continue to give all of her love and support to her new apprentices, which she genuinely felt concerned for and also excited by every time they mentioned anything about bloodlust. Pim Paul continued to exist for another billion years.
I hate
We
you.
don't know why, and he keeps showing up. If you find him, try and kill him.
I hate you.
The tailor remained in prison for as long as he could before he was broken up by an unknown party. The Hatters dissolved in acid. Well, running water. And Penelope, well, who cares about Penelope? She was a spoiled brat.
No, I want to know about Penelope.
If you say so.
Tell
She ended up
us.
opening the toy store and
Good for her.
taking over the business after her parents gave it up to her at the ripe old age of 69.
Nice.
Halflings have a weird way of living. Nah, it was just 169.
Thank you all for listening and bearing with us for this this very long, short series that was supposed to be not an entire
Two
module.
sessions. Two
Yeah.
sessions.
It was gonna be, 2 or 3. See you guys next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thanks
these
for
fucking
coming. Stay
the
safe.
Conway crew, maybe.
If you haven't listened to our main series, many of the things that happened here interconnect with our main world. So go check out Rusted Boar Regnomancy as well on the channel. There's a playlist for it. Go check it out. We put a lot of heart into it. I can't say it's amazing, but I love it very much, and I think
No, it's
everyone
amazing.
else here
We're
can
great
say.
and fat cocked and awesome.
Well, I'm not fat cocked. I'm
No,
fat puss.
you're fat titted.
Um,
We would also like to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your day
Same.
to watch us, and thank you very much for your guest appearance, Panda.
Yes,
Scheduling
oh my
was
God.
strange, but your contribution to this game was great, and it was
Thank
really
you.
nice to play with you.
I
Siege,
appreciate
thank you
the
very
comments.
much.
Sorry, go
Poyo, Barry, Reese, you were a absolute gem to play with. It was
Oh my
super
God.
fucking fun to play with this guy. Your insane little wrestler dude was one of my favorites to play with.
dude,
Let me
Um,
tell you, I've actually been
can I-
planning to do this character for a long ass time.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to do at least something with the concept.
Siege, I do
It
want
was
to
super
say,
fucking fun.
and I don't mean to toot all our horns or whatever. Siege, you have come a long way in RP, and it shows in Reinadon. It does. This session was gold, absolute god tier. You were focused. You were in character. You were fucking like there. It was amazing. Good job, and I'm really proud of you as a fellow role player. That was awesome. This entire
you.
this entire little mini arc was awesome. You did fantastic.
Yeah, you were preparing one-liners.
Yeah,
I-
it was
yeah.
good.
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just did it on the fly.
It's good shit.
That's
man.
even better.
Siege, if you
Nevi?
lock the fuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJB doesn't have a hangover.
And thank you all very much for playing in my stupid dumb shit mini shot. Next one's going to be genuinely 2 sessions.
I'm not even kidding. I'm on the next one. I'm on the next double shot. It's Fungin. It's meant for you guys to go into a dungeon, fight some things, and get the fuck out. That's it. That's it.
I've
That's
learned
the
my
whole thing.
lesson about how to like run these, and I am no longer concerned about having too little content.
If you have too little content, just fucking improvise it. It doesn't matter. It's a one shot.
Bye.
For just some
Hello, thank you for watching.
anyway,
Hello, thank you
yeah,
for watching.
let's,
Hello, thank you for watching.
let's say goodbye.
Hello,
Bye,
everyone.
bye,
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 everyone.
Bye. Bye. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is brought to you by Nevi Alden
Siege Kirsten.
Reese Aldrich.
Bad God Leafy.
and viewers like you. Thank you.
Map and token assets created by 2 Minute Tabletop and Bad Goblavy.
All music used within the RBR podcast is used with explicit permission through a Creative Commons license or under fair use.
You may find them in the description below. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is produced by Levi, Nevi Alden,
And directed by Nevi Alden. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is published under a Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0 international license.
Rusted Boar Regnomancy is in no way affiliated with, supported, or endorsed by Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast.
We of the Rusted Boar crew earnestly hope you enjoy our production.
Alright. I don't know if that's the voice, but if I get the voices inconsistently, then suck my nuts. It's been a few months.
By the way, now that I'm looking at my inventory, Nevi had to explain to me about the cloak of the trustworthy adult. I thought it was a BoJack Horseman reference, and I had to be explained that it was an Eric Andre reference. Oh my god!
I mean,
Do you have a friendly automobile? One that talks? I'm ready to
pretty
buy
good.
now.
To be fair, it is one of his more well-known stuff, but it's still a kind of hard-cut reference. I was texting your mom while you were doing that. Me sliding into your mom's DMs.
Okay. Is everyone good to continue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. It's like a kid in a candy store looks over at Irina. But
Shoots a gumball at your head and explodes. We do pull out and like unlike my mom did. And
your mom can pull out.
She's a strong
You
lady.
mean-
Cut that out. Cut that out of the VOD.
She's
cut
gonna
that
listen
out.
to this.
Editor,
Jamie,
cut that out.